Hey, guess what? We got a big guest on the show today. Yeah, true story. Coming up this morning. Mornings in the Lab with Keith and Friends are starting right now. Welcome to Mornings in the Lab, where
when something negative comes up.
Building muscle improves blood flow.
From squirting to squirrely.
Start small, build up, and expand from there.
Be entertained by fun over here.
How have I slept? Has my sleep been good? That's
Regret doesn't come from breaking the rules, you guys.
What's shaking, nation? It's time to get up and not hit that snooze button. You don't want to be 9 minutes behind the guy who did.
$50 million later, still not famous enough. Guess I'll keep motherfucking with y'all. True story. Jobs and carbs, never touched either. Discipline, protein, and excuses crushed daily.
Who's mumbling again? If you want me, call on a real phone.
Butter-flavored kale muffins ready. Keith, haircut yet?
Rise and shine, family. It's too early for your positivity, puppet.
Never too early for protein. Wake up.
There you have it, the world's most dysfunctional AI family. We are the morning.
What the hell is going on? Jimmy, Melissa, good morning, nation. I just don't know what that was. You guys know I'm a wrestling fan. I don't know if I was kayfabe or if that was real or Jimmy, what the hell was that, man? Listen, I've seen these folks in my feeds here, the AI guys. That look like my mom. That guy looked like me over. Good morning, Spartacus. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, everybody in the community this morning. I'm a little bit taken aback by what just happened here on the show. That wasn't our opener. Little bit confused about that opener. All right. Anyways, okay. Welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith and Friends, your live morning show for men's motivation. A little taken aback by what just happened here. Just saw a little open. Yeah. Anyways, hey, this is not just another surprise scroll, you guys. This is, and not just another sunrise scroll. No, this is where entertaining conversation, motivation, and apparently some crazy shit happening on the morning mindset where meet that gut level truth. We're talking dad bod today, guys. I'm a little bit taken aback. Listen, hold the horses. Boom, boom. This is the greatest morning show on the planet. Mornings Live with Keith, John, and friends getting after every single day. Good morning, Spartacus. Good morning, Brew Drive. Good morning, Lady Drew. Good morning, Matthew Roof. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, Jimmy. Good morning, everybody. It's Romp Room today. Yes. Oh, yeah, baby. Here's what we got coming up today on the show. In a deep dive, we are unpacking the brutal truth about dad bod. Yeah, I had a dad bod for a while. True story. Oh, yeah, big gut. Just big gut hanging over my belly. We're not celebrating it today, guys. No, it's not just about looks. No. It is not about looks. It's about what your gut is really saying about your hormones, your energy, and your identity as a man, as a human being. Listen, your gut is your habits. There, I said it. Simple as that. Your big ass gut is your habits. Your dad bod is your habits. Yeah, we're going to talk about it today on the show. Then over on the center stage, we got a no fluff comeback story with David Meltzer. No, not the wrestling writer. No, David Meltzer, who went from Jerry Maguire, CEO. I said it. Yeah, Jerry Maguire, CEO, to bankrupt and back to $100 million. True story. That's real talk about failure, success, and identity here on the show. Good morning, good time. Yes, good time. My day was exceptional yesterday because I saw you in the lab yesterday. And now that I got you here first thing this morning, the good time. Did you guys see the opener? I'm a little bit taken aback. If you haven't seen the opener, go back. I'm a little bit kind of figuring it out, what's happened. Coming up in Community Corner, pro athlete. Jesus, Murphy, we got the guests today on the show. I know you guys all come here to see me and Johnny, but hey, we bring the, and I know Jimmy and Melissa too. We got pro athlete Garry Callis Jr. joining us to talk about why haters are actually a sign you're doing something right. You know how Johnny says it. If they're talking smack, you are on the right track, baby. And then in the morning focus, we got a truth bomb for every man stuck overthinking the next move. Talk first, win fast. The secret power of live conversations. If you're still waiting for the perfect moment, you're already behind. I'm telling you. And in the Reloaded segment, we're here taking some spicy detour into love and biology. How sexual desire, I said it, is secretly influencing your long-term relationship. It's as simple as this. If she's hot, you're probably going to want to go hang out with her. If he's hot, you're probably going to want to go spend some time. Good morning, Miriam Gerard. Miriam from Africa this morning. Johnny, we got Miriam joining me this morning. Miriam, what is shaking? Good to see your name in the feeds. Oh, my God, that is awesome. We're talking gut health. It does. Gut health means a healthy life. Miriam, Johnny says it all the time. My co-host Johnny here on Mornings Live with Keith and John. Your gut is a representation of your habits. So if you're walking around with a big-ass gut, you're probably walking around with some pretty big-ass bad habits. That's a true story. Hey, before all that, don't hit the snooze button or you're going to be 9 minutes behind the guy who doesn't. And I invite you to like, to subscribe, and to comment, to lock in the spot on the accountability train right here on Mornings in the Lab. And guys, you saw it at the beginning there. This is an R-rated experience. So apparently with that opener there, put the headphones on. Yeah, true story. Just put the headphones on or tell the kids that there might be some bad language coming up on the show. So hey, listen, strap in. We're going 30 minutes full in the 30-minute morning loop, the brand new 30-minute morning loop coming up today on Mornings in the Lab with Keith and John and friends and Jimmy. Let's get after it, man. The gut check is real, and so is your chance to rise. Let's get it, brother.
Oh, Keith, I've been waiting for this damn show to get started. I hear you have someone famous on the show. Finally.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. What was that, brother?
Johnny, it looks like my mom. I'm telling you, man, I've been teaching the team here these AI tools. And I don't know if you saw the opener today, but it looks like there's this, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm a little bit, I got a word for you today, flummoxed.
Hold on, sorry, my mic was over there. What did you say?
Flummoxed. I don't even know what the hell that is.
What the hell is flummoxed?
I don't know, man, but I think it's a word for me today. I'm a little bit taken aback by all these folks popping in here. These AI humans. I got my mom and her I love no name. My mom used to work in the grocery business, so I guess she strapped on the old yellow no name hat here today to have some fun with us. I don't know, man. It's just got a crazy shoot. But that's fun. That's some fun stuff. So how are you, brother? How are you today? I'm excited about today. How was your lift yesterday? I was.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It was a doozy. So killer lift.
Yes.
Then Terry and I go and when we play pickleball.
I know you did.
Dude, my legs were cramping like a mother. It was like, but it's just a cramp. You know what I mean? It hurts, but she loves it. But I can see how much fun she's having, so I'm just gutting it out, dude.
I love it. I love it.
Funny enough, dude, check this out. About 5 minutes in, the cramps literally went away.
Oh, yeah.
It was like fucking great. Yeah, the muscles get tired enough and they just stop trying to hold on.
Yeah.
I kept playing pickleball. Then we went to the gym. We had a great day yesterday, man. And then I asked her when, what does she want to do? Because we was talking about the late morning, and she didn't really answer. She kind of looked. She just looked at me and kind of put her head like this. I was like, okay, I know exactly what she wants. So it was a great day front to back, brother. I can't tell you.
Johnny's living longer today. I love it. Johnny's living longer today. Hey, Johnny. Imagine being the guy behind Tom Cruise's Show Me the Money moment, making over $100 million and losing it all. Coming up on the show here today, David Meltzer going to hang out
and
with
they'll probably tell us that was the best thing that ever happened to him.
Yeah. You know what? You're going to love this dude, man. I did a little bit of research. Systems, stacking on systems, managing, calendars. And this guy's all about saying that instead of doing a 30-minute meeting, I'm going to do a 20-minute meeting. Instead of doing 19-minute meetings, instead of doing 20-minute meetings in real life, I'm going to do virtual meetings. The guy has some really cool time management things that we're going to get in here today on the show.
I love that. I love the time management stuff. Is like it just intrigues the shit out of me because as we get older and we get more successful, we realize the one commodity that we cannot replace is time.
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly right. So we got David Meltzer coming up on the show here today. And I got Garry Callis Jr. joining me in the community corner, coming up to celebrate a few folks coming up on the live. And then for the deep dive at the top of the hour, Johnny, we joke about it, right? The dad bod, and we wear it like a badge of honor. And I know a lot of guys,
Hold on. We wear the dad bod like a badge of honor.
I'm using the we rhetorically, right? Because I'm going to say that a lot of guys just get comfortable with it.
I got you. Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a judgmental way. I just mean that, I've woken up, I'm 50, and I look in the mirror, and I'm carrying this body, this gut, this, and I'll use your word, but I don't feel good about it. And that's the key word. Right, because that dad bod has come to life because of accumulative bad habits, and I just thought I'd throw it on the table for it today for us to talk about it and maybe inspire through awareness, Johnny, like we do here in the show. Maybe somebody on the show to say, you know what, something John said or Keith said, maybe I should do something about this. So we're going to talk about the dad. It's not a badge of honor, man.
I mean, when it comes down to it, you got to take accountability for everything in your life.
Yes.
It's literally, everything. And when you do that, your life will change.
Yes.
But if you lay up and you're like, oh, this is just the way it is, well, of course it's going to be that way. Well, and you can tell yourself if you're okay with it, but down deep, you're not.
Yes. Well, and Johnny, and I want to lean into it that this is not about aesthetics. Yes, aesthetics are going to be the result of it. But guys,
it's the quality of life.
Exactly. I'm not going to come on this show. John's not going to come on the show and say, we're going to teach you how to get a six pack. No.
Yeah. This is so not about a six pack. That's perfect, brother. Perfect.
Go to a different show for that. What will happen is if you get up every single day, make good choices over time, eventually these little muscles underneath that gut might show up and you might say to Keith and Johnny, there's actually something underneath there. That's
an even better way to say that. You're so correct, but those little muscles are already there. That layer of fat will just start reducing, and all of a sudden, whoa, what's coming out?
Yes.
And you probably be able to see your penis again. There's all sorts of fun stuff that happens with this, So
we're going to talk dad bod here in the show. And if you guys have not seen the thumbnails, and I know Johnny's been paying attention, but we've been making some really cool content with some of the new tools we're using. I'll talk about that in the third hour of the show here, but we got some great thumbnails, man. Johnny's got a dad bod in one of our thumbnails here today with the
I can't wait to see it, dude. It's crazy. I was looking at what your character, my character.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So your character took a nice upgrade. That dude looks like he could go like sing on a stage or something. Right? Yes. My character, you can see he's me, but he's not quite as yoked. He's not quite as cool. Why was that on purpose?
I don't know. There's a short that was dropped on the weekend with you and me, and Jimmy was like, "What's up with Johnny?" I'm like, "I know."
Exactly. I'm like, and Keith, every time it pops up, it's like he's got those teeth. It looks like he's ready to start singing something, pumping the mic away. Then you look at me like, fuck, I think I know that guy, but did he lose a bunch of weight?
Oh shit. Oh my God! Hey, and then I got here's a question for you. We've joked about this over the shows here, but the surprising link between sexual desire and long-term love. Hey, get this. Ever wonder why your type, Johnny, in air quotes, your type seems to change depending how you're feeling? Well, there's some new research that reveals something we don't talk enough about, which is how your sexual desire in the moment or even over time silently shifts from what we think we want in a long-term partner. And it affects both men and women more than you might think. We're going to talk about sexual desire, man, whether it's are you hot for the man, hot for the woman? There's something to do with that when it comes to the research, brother. I'm sure I know you've gone through your life with it.
Yeah, there's got to be all sorts of interesting shit inside there.
Yes. And the guys, you ever feel like you're shouting into the world with your marketing, emails, ads, posts, crickets? Well, listen, you guys are seeing us do it here on the show every single day. What if the real game changer wasn't broadcasting louder, but actually talking smarter? Live one-on-one conversations. So coming up in the second hour during the Morning Focus, we're going to get into just this idea of live conversation and the power of it and what you can get out of that. So guys, you can join the show live right now with us or in the Mornings in the Live community. To join the show, 431-300-3005, phone, text, or leave a voicemail. Come say hi in the comments. I see it's very active. We're on the vertical comments, and I have not looked at the horizontal ones yet. I see the horizontal. I see Mike Sullivan. Mike Sullivan, what's going on, Mike? I see you there in the horizontal. We got a big party happening in the vertical comments. We got B Drive coming in there with the 6-pack. Guys, if you're looking for a good B channel, go check out Bernard's B Drive channel over on YouTube. We got Global coming in. Joins mic will be lower and tilted to avoid distortion. Oh, here, Johnny, we got Global is actually our tech expert, Johnny. So Global is giving us feedback. Johnny's mic could be lower and tilted to avoid some distortion, and John's gain dial
is my shit distorted?
I think a little bit, yeah. And John,
well, I just got to keep it away because it's weird. Sometimes when I was just on a podcast a couple days ago, they wanted that thing. I mean, they wanted me licking it. Like, they want it right here. I was like, okay, I feel like it's better off a fist or two away. You know,
we have. So you know what I love? What's happening here, Johnny, on our show we're building here is we got our unofficial community leader Bernard hanging out in the comments, just making sure that everybody's acting appropriately, or he's going to sting them. He's like, I'm going to fucking sting you with my stinger. And then we got Global. Global is our tech expert. Global makes sure my volume's good, my glasses are good, your volume's good. Global is on the ball with us here today. Young Conquer, what's going on? I see you. What is the dad bod? We're talking about Young Conquer later on in the show here about the dad bod and why we might want to why we might want to make some different decisions regarding the dad bod along the way.
Look at that. It's already lower. Does that help? Does that help? Because now I'm talking over it, so maybe it doesn't crackle anymore.
Oh yeah.
Well, come on, baby.
That's
chime in. You know, I mean, we're talking on the fly adjustments here. You got to give me some feedback, babe.
That's right. To those who are watching the show not live, later on and watching it on demand, I invite you to come and see us in the Mornings in the Lab community over on the YouTube channel. Jimmy, let's get into the morning loop transition, brother.
Let's go, Jimmy.
Come on, babe.
Jimmy.
All right. So joining me, we're trying some new stuff here as we go throughout the week. I promise everybody we're going to get it. Oh, Global's got some feedback for you, brother. The direction of mic is horizontal, tilt back 1 inch. Hello.
Global. Come on, babe. This is me we're talking about here. I don't do anything 1 inch. Jesus Christ.
We learned from Johnny last week is 1 + 1. Dude, I got to say something to you, man. That is fucking brilliant.
What? Oh, the 11, 1 + 1.
No, I was thinking about this so much about you because I'm thinking, and there's going to be a nugget I'm dropping with this. There's men who don't reveal that they've struggled with reading or dyslexia or struggle with learning, right? And it struck me that as you were growing up, the light went on, which you're like, okay, the guy wants me to do 8 or 9 or something, and you're like, well, no, fuck, I want to be better than that. So instead of figuring out, struggling through the reading or the learning side of it, you're like, no, I want 1 + 1. I was like, fuck, that's brilliant, man. That is brilliant because if you take that attitude, 1 + 1, always 11, you're always going to win. Always.
And the funny thing was I think about this, right? When I developed that, you're going to love this. This just dawned on me right now. When I was doing this shit, when I was developing, I was young. I remember I was always picturing how I'm going to feel if I leave and I did a little more, or how I was going to feel if I leave and I didn't finish. So I was using my feelings as a projection of my target, of my work effort and, load from the very beginning.
So good. That's really stuck with me. As a matter of fact, it stuck with me this morning. True story. I usually do a cardio workout before our show and then do the lift after the show. So I had a big ride this morning. It was very intense, a lot of time under tension. And so I'll weave business into this, Johnny. I got some cash calls coming up in a couple weeks to keep the business afloat. Just it is what it is, right? But that puts stress on you, right? So I'm in this ride, and it's a long ride. It was a 90-minute this morning, and it was fucking hard. But those 90 minutes, I was thinking about you, that 1 + 1. But that time under tension is what allows me to get to the time under tension of building a business. So anybody who says that business and athletics are not connected is so wrong, man. Because
friction, baby, we need the friction.
You need
no friction, growth, babe. Yeah, it doesn't matter what we're talking about.
Yeah,
I mean, I think I told you, Tara and I just went through a little friction.
Yeah,
we came out the ass end of that way better than before we went into the friction.
Yeah. It's just like when AJ said a few weeks ago. Remember when AJ was talking about, and just a heads up, I talked to AJ on the side yesterday. I said, hey, tell Johnny and send my love to Johnny because I'm really busy with work here. And so what's happened, he works at a pro facility and a bunch of his pros changed their schedules. And he's like, but I work for them. He's like, so I can't really kind of tell them that I got
in that world, you're kind of at the mercy of what they want. He's like,
I'm trying to go on the Keith and John show, but
I got some buddies who like literally one of my buddies just got hired for that working for the Bears, right? He's been a strength coach his whole life, and he's been in and out of pro in college. And he's like, he's all, damn it, I don't know if I'm ready to go back to that. My schedule is their schedule. And at college, you lay down, this is when I'm available, and they come to you.
Yes.
Pros, it doesn't matter, dude.
Yeah. No, it's so true. It's so true. Hey, Matthew, I see you in the comments there, Matthew. Mario, the one who gave you a crew behind the closet? I do not know Matthew. Tell me more, Matthew. Global, I see your comments there. Imagine saying something profound and you misspell a word posted on screen. Yeah, my mother was an English teacher and might be watching. True story. Spartacus, I see you there as well. I see you there. Jimmy, yes, I'm getting to the first one here, brother. I'm getting to our first morning loop topic. Keith and Johnny are going to start dropping you guys some nuggets along the way on the show. Young Conqueror, what should I do if my parents are telling me to study, but I want to focus on my passion? Johnny, what do you got for Young Conqueror on that one?
Well, how old is Young Conqueror first?
Good question, Young Conqueror. Tell us how old you are, and we'll give you that answer.
Because if you're living with them, then you, much like myself, you've got to do what's necessary to stay inside the guidelines of their rules of their to live under their roof.
Yes.
And then you take that extra time and put it into what you want. So that means you might not be hanging out with the boys or whatever it is you kids do, and they're playing video games. You're going to have to do what you got to do to keep them happy, then invest your free time in your passion. Well, pretty soon, if you do well enough, they might see, oh, shit, maybe we should cut them a little slack, or you're just going to have to do that until you get on your own to keep chasing it. But bottom line, if you want to follow it, you can follow it.
Yeah, excellent. So well said, Johnny. Well said, Johnny. Hey, listen, yesterday or the last couple of days, Bill Gates. You know that guy, Bill Gates? I think he invented
dude, I hear a lot of weird shit about him. Like, he's on one side, you hear about him doing all this great shit for the environment. The other side, he's like partnering with these fucking toxic companies. I don't know what to believe anymore.
It's funny you said, because me too, actually. But there's one thing I do believe about the guy is that he's certainly has had an impact. Oh yeah, Young Conqueror's. Young Conqueror's 14 and living with them. Young Conqueror, are you a young man hanging out with us? Because if you are, A, I appreciate you hanging out with us, and B, I would absolutely encourage you to listen to your parents. And Johnny, a Young Conqueror.
I already laid out the plan, Young Conqueror. You got to make sure you take care of them. Your free time, you make the sacrifices. You're going to say a lot of no to the boys unless the boys are involved in your passion.
That's it. So Bill Gates just dropped some bombshell here that should terrify, I'm going to say, every man with a college degree. I can't wait to hear this. AI isn't just coming for entry-level jobs. It's already here, and it's systematically replacing the work that justified student loans, man. So listen, here's the reality, man.
Say that again. I'm not quite. Say it one more time.
Yeah. So AI isn't just coming for entry-level jobs anymore. It's already here. Like it's taking entry-level jobs. But what it's also now doing is that it's systematically replacing the work that has justified student loans. So here's the point. There's people right now that are going to school.
So if you're paying the student loan, the education you got is now in jeopardy.
Exactly correct. Right. So while you're building your career, artificial intelligence was building your replacement. So you're going to school, going in debt at the same time, Johnny, to wake up and come to school with a bunch of debt, no job, and AI, disrupting the world. So it certainly is an interesting place. And
dude, I got just on this whole thing with college. Please. Like when we were kids, college was different. Now college is a fucking business, dude. My girls, I told them, I said, look, you focus, you do your thing. I'm going to take care of education, and I made sure there was some of the balance left at the end of school. So if they were going to go fuck off, you got to pay for this.
Yes.
You go to work, you do your thing. I'm taking care of it. Right. So as I set up paying off it's not much we have left for each one of them. It's set up like a goddamn credit card. They're not trying to help you pay this off. It's unbelievable. They have every intent. You can see by the way they have it set up with how you pay it off, every intent that you pay the minimum like a fucking credit card.
It's so true, man. I've had some folks, just because of my world of social media, and now we're building this business in the AI world, folks coming to me saying, Keith, what should my kids be doing in school? Should my kids be going to college? And here's my POV on this. I think college is a wonderful thing for social experiences, for community, for networking.
Personal development.
100% structure, commitment, all those. Geez, you're 19, you're 20 years old. Go to college, enjoy all of that. However, what we were taught yesterday, which was all these learnings. Well, look, knowledge is a commodity. Experience isn't, right? So, your ability. Go learn how to communicate. Go learn philosophy. The programming of the future, talking to smart entities, is through language, regular language. I had a child a couple of days ago, Johnny, who was like all caught up in prompts and context. I'm like, dude, just talk to your AI like you're talking to your lawyer. He goes, what do you mean? I go, cut the fluff. Just use real words, real words, real sentences, and be clear on what you want out of it. Right. Yeah. So don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it, because it already knows more than you.
If I had to go back and do it again with my kids, what I would do is I would work harder on them early in life to figure out what they really wanted to do, because I just let them figure it out, right? Because it's their choice. But I would have been, not that I would have persuaded them, but I would have been probably paying closer attention, so that maybe when high school is over, we had a few options of what they wanted to do with their life. Then what I would have done at that point is I would have had them go learn about those things until they figured it out. But I wouldn't have had them take 4 or 5 years diving into college with a whole bunch of knowledge they wouldn't use. So they would have had a little bit of a college experience. Then we would have started a business for them around that thing. That's what I would have done.
There you go. David Meltzer, I see you there in the green room, brother. I see you there in the green room on the horizontal and the vertical. You are muted on the vertical, David, so I'll get you to unmute yourself on the vertical. We're going to bring David Meltzer up in a quick minute. Guys, imagine, everybody ears up on this one. Coming up, our first big guest on the show, other than Keith, Johnny, and Marty. We got the guy behind Tom Cruise's Show Me the Money moment, making over $100 million and losing it all because you forgot to protect your mom's house. Today we got David Meltzer, the real Jerry Maguire CEO, who went from sports agency legend to broke. And then he clawed back using, Johnny, a 4 a.m. routine so disciplined it would make Navy SEALs jealous. The man studies his calendar like it's his playbook to life. And honestly, after hearing his comeback, we're going to want to dig into this, guys. And hey, listen, nation, I see you guys all in the comments this morning. I'm loving all of the engagement. Jimmy, we're going to bring David up here in a quick second. We're going to bring.
Am I supposed to piss at this transition?
If you want to sneak out right now, Johnny, you do that, and then we'll come back here. We'll bring in Meltzer, and we'll have a good conversation. So, Johnny, if you want to,
I want to make sure I'm tight when he's here, baby.
All right, so you sneak out, Jimmy. Let's get Johnny out of here, and then we're going to get this thing rocking and rolling, man. Jimmy, I'm going to do a quick little acknowledgement to the comments, and then we're going to do the center stage setup and bring in David Meltzer, Christopher Martin, and John Anderson back up to the lab here. And I see all you guys there in the comments. You guys are awesome. You guys are active here today. I will get to you guys as we get through the show. Young Conqueror, I see you there as well. I see your comments there, Young Conqueror and B-Drive. Hey, B-Drive, take over in the comments for me, brother, while I keep the show on the roll. Jimmy, let's run the center stage opener, and let's go with David Meltzer this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Johnny, and all our friends.
What if the secret to rebuilding after losing everything isn't about hustling harder, but embracing gratitude, empathy, accountability, and powerful communication? Most men crumble when life hits hard, whether it's financial disaster, business collapse, or personal setbacks. David Meltzer rose from poverty to millionaire status within 9 months of law school, became a multimillionaire by 32, lost over $100 million, and rebuilt his life using Napoleon Hill's timeless principles. True transformation begins when you stop reacting and start structuring your daily habits. Small, intentional morning practices compound into massive life changes. Your comeback starts tomorrow at 4 a.m. Are you ready to engineer your resurrection?
Good morning, Marty.
What's up, Keith? How you doing, man?
Good morning, brother. We got a big guest on the show here today. We got David Meltzer, the real Jerry Maguire CEO, went from sports agency legend to broke, and then he called it back using a 4 a.m. routine. Marty, the guy studies his calendar like it's his playbook to life. Let's bring him up. David, Johnny, Marty on Mornings in the Lab. What's going on, Mr. Meltzer?
Good morning, everyone. Am I on? Oh,
what's up, brother? Pleasure to meet you.
What's going on, man?
It's great to meet you guys. I love your show.
Thank you so much. Hey, you got up early and got after it today. How are you this morning? You joining us from San Diego this morning, David?
I'm actually at my Orange County house, but yes, in Southern California, enjoying the early peaceful time from 4 a.m. to 5 here, 31 to get on your show.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing that. Hey, so what's the obsession with the 4 a.m. early morning? I'm an early morninger, Johnny is, Marty is, and there's a lot of folks that still struggle with that early morning, David, but you get up and you get after it, and it's become a non-negotiable for you, David.
Yeah, I think the bigger lesson, it used to be when we were 9 to 5 people, so important to get up early. I think because of the world economy and the world accessibility, that we really have to look at having an unwinding routine. And what I mean by that is that we need to reverse engineer when we want to wake up that's most productive, accessible, and gracious for ourselves. Because some guys, look, they're working in India, Korea, Japan, Philippines, wherever. It makes no sense to wake up at 4 a.m. But what does make sense is to put your mind, body, and soul in position for two things when you sleep. And it's actually sleep that's my non-negotiable, not waking up at 4 a.m.
Yes.
God tells us you need 5 things for the human experience. See, the human experience is bookend by your heart starting and your heart stopping. And God says, if you don't breathe, your heart's going to stop. If you don't sleep, your heart's going to stop. If you don't eat, drink, and move, your heart's going to stop. And so I make those 5 things the priority, because my intention in my human experience is actually to have a human experience, a healthy one. And so I have a sleep coach. I have a nutrition coach who also is a hydration coach. I have movement coaches. And so for me to be in an unwinding routine, to put my mind, body, and soul in a position to do 2 things. 1, recover. Coming from a sports background, everybody knows those who recover better perform better. And then 2, the more woo-woo side of David Meltzer, which I never would have imagined would be part of my life. But I believe I access information while I sleep. I believe that I'm part of an infinite, unified, abundant system of thought. And so my life is so much easier because I wake up at 4 a.m., which is where I desire to wake up for what is best for me, not for other people, what they think, what's missing, what they don't have, not what for my mom wants for me, but for me to access that information, transcend it, to make life easy and get rid of the dis-easy.
Oh yeah,
I love it. I love it. I just got to jump in real quick, bro. I've had a non-negotiable bedtime 8 o'clock forever, and it's that right there. I mean, I wake up, my alarm goes off at 3, but I'm always just waking up when it comes. My body knows. In that early morning time, I so agree. That's that time where you get. It's like all that information that you've been kind of access through the night. You get up, you get your mind right, and you basically give your best version of yourself to your loved ones, the world, whatever it is you're focusing on. If more people live by this, we'd have to have a different breed of people walking around.
You know, Dave, go ahead, Marty.
Can I chime in real quick?
Yeah.
Real quick, David, I actually listen to you every week. I was listening to you this morning. So this is not to be a fanboy. This is actually pretty cool. But specifically this morning, just so you know, I do listen to you.
Yes.
You said that you do your movement before you do any business, before you do any family stuff. So can you expound on that a little bit more? Because I'm a fitness coach, and a lot of my people, they try to do the stuff at the end of the day, and they don't feel like it. Their mind is all over the place from the day. So can you expound on that a little bit more?
Yeah, I put time to everything, as Keith suggests. And so one of the things is a minimum of an hour a day into that movement, and the health side of things. And this changed because of my wife. Understanding, I asked her when I made the recovery, made back the money, did it the right way, not by looking and pursuing the outcome, but instead by looking at my behaviors and saying, look, I'm going to enjoy the things that I don't like or love about what I love. And I actually realized that when I played college football, this is where I learned that lesson, because I was a below average college football player, to be quite honest. So I love football. That's why I ended up partnering with Warren Moons, representing the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I love football, but I did not like or love being a second or even third string college football player. There's a lot of stuff. So I had to learn to love what I don't like or love about what I love. And I put that towards activity I get paid for. I put that towards activities with my family. Look, anybody that has kids, you can't tell me you love everything about your kids. Or maybe if you're married like me, I'm the best wife in the world, but she knows that she does not love or like everything about who I am and what I am. So she's learned to love and like what she does. And so for movement, it's the most important thing, because here's the simple truth, Marty, why everybody should be on you. If you are healthy, and you start out making it a non-negotiable, because there'll always be excuses at the end of the day not to move or work out or to be healthy. But if you're healthy, you get as many wishes as you want. Most valuable thing you can have in life is that faith and wish, that hope of being what you want to become. But if you're unhealthy, you only get one wish. And you can't take care of anybody if you can't take care of yourself.
Oh, yeah. Well said. Good morning, Scott Benzie. I see you there in the comments. We're hanging out with David Meltzer, the chairman of the Napoleon Hill Institute and co-founder of Sports One Marketing. He formerly served as the CEO of the legendary Lee Steinberg Sports and Entertainment Agency, the real-life inspiration behind Jerry Maguire. David, I got to tell you, Johnny, ears up on this one, man, because when I met you, and Marty, you too, man, when I met you, Johnny, you talked about the word frequency. And I got to tell you, man, and David, I don't know if you've realized, man, but you use the word frequency more than most radio DJs. And you talk about operating at your highest frequency, carrying this energy that makes people feel like they'll make $100 and you'll only pay them $20. David, lean into this idea of frequency and why it's so important to you and why so many people are missing out. Because when we met Johnny is all about frequency as well. Let's lean into the idea of frequency, David Meltzer.
Yeah, so frequency has three components to it. One is the strength of the signal. Two is the spectrum, the breadth of the signal. And three is the clarity of the signal. We have to remember that a frequency is a vibration. Everything vibrates. The earth vibrates the slowest, plants, animals, humans, sound, and then thought. Don't forget the thought that vibrates the fastest is the truth. And we're pursuing our truth. We can only be aware of that which equals or is less than the frequency or vibration that we have. And so remember, if awareness makes things easy, and in fact, I got into meditation because Dr. Sangeeta Sahi, who I was blessed to run into, told me, wouldn't it be nice if I could teach you through meditation to elevate your frequency, your vibration, so that you could be aware of when to buy or when to sell? Think about the value of being aware of when to buy or sell. Think how rich you could be if you had an awareness of when to buy or sell. These are the simple things that happen when we elevate our frequency. And there's only two ways to elevate your frequency. Find someone at a higher frequency and ask them for directions, or help someone at a lower frequency come up to your frequency. The fastest way to get to where you want to be is to find someone that's already there, or help someone get to where they want to be. And we can do that with frequency as well.
Yeah.
You know, brother, I love that. A lot of times people don't understand frequency. And my deal, I just boil things down to the simplest format. I feel like that's what helps me, helps others. So a lot of times people don't understand frequency. They don't understand abundance, scarcity, but they do understand winning and losing. When you're in a winning mindset, you make a different series of decisions, is really what David's saying. When you're in a losing mindset, your confidence is down. Those decisions are going to take your life in general probably the wrong direction. So that frequency, that high vibration, that winning mindset, that's what we're talking about.
Well, you know the winning mindset, and Johnny Marty, this one, you guys are going to love this one, because David, I'm looking at you, brother, but your mom, Johnny Marty, ears up. David's mom instilled the Goya philosophy with David. And Johnny Marty, I think your mom's did it. And Marty, I'm suspecting your mom does right now, actually. And Johnny, I know yours did. And I know my parents did. My mom did with a wooden spoon. And it's called get off your ass philosophy, the Goya philosophy, which is this method has become the core methodology for David. When everything feels stuck, he instills the Goya philosophy. David, talk about the Goya philosophy, brother.
Yeah, a lot of people love the law of attraction. I'm actually in the movie on Netflix called Beyond the Secret on the Transformational Leadership Council. I believe in the law of attraction, but they forget the second law that has to go with it, which creates the mathematical equation of luck. You see, you can pay attention to what you want.
Yes.
And you can sit at home high on your mom's couch, broke and sick and whatever else you are, dreaming about your Ferrari. But unless you apply the law of Goya and get off your ass and do, say, think, feel, and believe every single day, 7 days a week, in alignment with that divine direction, whatever it may be, you're never getting the Ferrari. I'm sorry. If you vibrate that quickly, you wouldn't be on earth that you could just manifest a Ferrari in your driveway by dreaming about it. And so if you institute the law of attraction first, pay attention to what you want, then align the law of Goya to get off your ass, do, say, think, feel, and believe, give intention to it. This is how and why I'm the chairman of the Napoleon Hill Institute. This is why Think and Grow Rich, Outwitting the Devil, some of the seminal personal and professional development content is from 1930s. The things that Tony Robbins, Wayne Dyer, Bob Proctor, all the greats learned from Napoleon Hill. That's why I don't want that content to die. But if you pay attention to what you want, plus give it intention, it will equal the coincidences in your life. In other words, the universe will coincide with your divine direction if you institute the law of Goya.
Yeah, I love that, brother. And again, I always like to take. I have my own exact belief. I just basically what I say is, I am always working to be prepared for that opportunity that may be coming today, which is really what you're saying. Correct,
John? You and I speak the same language, and everybody. It's so important to describe things in your own words because you resonate with other people. I resonate with other people, and to make it simple is absolutely the best thing to do. Remember, the simple things to do are simple not to do. And so we can't even make it simple, and I use gratitude, my cornerstone of my life, to teach people how hard simple is, because simple takes 0.1 seconds and it's free. And all you got to do is say thank you before you go to bed and when you wake up. And I guarantee your life will change in 30 days. I guarantee it. No problems. But yet by the night, half the people listening won't say thank you, even though they all agree with me and you.
Yes.
By tomorrow morning, another half won't. And by 3 days, almost all of us won't say thank you. So if you can't put things in simple terms and you don't realize the simple things to do are simple not to do, then you're never going to be able to manifest or to monetize or to materialize the desires in your human experience.
Yeah. Marty,
can I ask? I was just gonna say Goya makes me think real quick. I got a black mom. I don't know how many black moms y'all know, but she taught me Goya at 4 years old. but Goya, it all comes down to, in my opinion, the ability to self-assess. So you got to know when it's time to improve. You got to know when it's time to take it up a notch.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people struggle with that.
Yes.
And they don't have a mom like the four of us to instill that Goya in them, and it moves on to your adult life. So,
Marty, that's on terms of the mom. I got to say, I was like perfect example. She wasn't saying Goya, she wasn't saying anything. But here's one of the things she did was Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah,
I was getting up. There was no sleeping in. I got to sleep in only if I had an athletic event the night before, because she wanted me to rest. Football game, you got to sleep in. But it wasn't sleeping all day. She was coming to get me up at 10. There was nothing till noon. But on a normal day, I was up. By the time school was actually started, I was up.
Yeah, my mom's wooden spoon was named Goya. It got me out my ass every single day when it needed to. David, the other thing that really strikes me, and I found some themes that really we lean into on the show all the time, which I believe is successful, which is this idea of systems. And Johnny's success in life, Marty's success in life, my success in life has been because of predetermined systems. From your predetermined money distribution model to your non-negotiable 4 a.m. routine to your 4 core principles, you've essentially automated success by removing emotional decision-making from the equation. David, talk a little bit about the power of the system. David Meltzer.
Yeah, so the system is aligned with the human experience. So the human experience, as I mentioned, we know is from the time the heart starts till it stops, and it's separated by 24 hours. So understanding that 24 hours is a guarantee from God. You're guaranteed 24 hours a day, every day of your life, except for the last day, you're going to be cheated. So first of all, we've been given a system, a framework to play or to move or to utilize this human experience. And so what I do is create a system, number one, that's automatic, because most people fail because of circumstance that's not aligned with where they want to be or better. And so you talked about the non-negotiables.
Yes.
Half of my life is non-negotiables. So I have a system that says no matter what happens, God can laugh at me all day long. It's non-negotiable that I'm going to sleep, health, family, finance, faith, the study of relativity, and the study of time. 8 hours, I'm just going to average, but 8 hours of sleep, I get 7 like John, right? I go from 9 p.m. to 4 a.m., but it doesn't matter what the sleep is. I basically take sleep plus health time, family time, faith time, the study of time, and study of relativity, and that equals 12 hours non-negotiable. You talked about wins, John. I stack W's. I'm a realist.
Yes.
Are there days where I miss my minimum amount of time? Absolutely, but never twice in a row.
Yeah.
One time is an exemption, twice is starting a formation of a behavioral habit. My systems that are created by the unconscious and subconscious competencies that I have, those are automatic. So what does it leave me? If I have 12 hours of non-negotiable stacking of wins, now I just have to focus in on circumstance, saying, I already acknowledge humility, that God's going to laugh at me. So I just got to learn the antidote to being overwhelmed or procrastinate. And what is that? Prioritization, another system. Knowing what I want, who I can help, who can help me, and how to get it done allows me to know what's important, not what's urgent. Being able to prioritize what's important in the circumstances of the day. Pre-prioritize, as John said, prepare, prioritize, and then reprioritize according to the circumstances. Half of my life is already guaranteed because it's non-negotiable. The other half is super fun, productive, accessible, and gracious because I become an expert of prioritization of the negotiable behavior, and I frame it within a 24-hour frame because that's all I'm guaranteed. So as long as I'm focused in on the behaviors of the 24 hours in a divine direction of where I want to be or better. Now, one of the secret sauce is not to ramble, but I got to put this in. God gave us the ability of relativity. God gave us the ability of relativity, which means he gave us the ability to give meaning to everything that we have seen and will see. So we have to align the meaning of our past, like my bankruptcy, losing my mom's house. I lost over $100 million. Or even people in my life, I give the mistakes, setbacks, failures, outcomes, meaning, align them with my future so it doesn't cast a shadow on my future. It propels me to a better future.
Yes, we're hanging out with David Meltzer this morning. He's the chairman of the Napoleon Hill Institute, wakes up at 4 a.m. every single day. And the guy does 20-minute meetings. He's got some systems in place, which makes his time more effective, which gives him 3 extra days back every single year. David, I'm working towards wrapping up my time with you today, my brother. Where can folks connect with you, find you, engage with you, work with David Meltzer this morning on Mornings in the Lab?
Well, I'm blessed. I want to offer all of your audience my book. I will sign it, send it to them, pay for shipping, pay for the book. All they got to do is email me, david@dmeltzer.com, david@dmeltzer.com. And anything else you want, guides, books, exercises. I do free trainings every day. I go live every day. I do meetups, holding courts. I'm on the Aspire Tour. I'll be in Dallas today. Come and see me, david@dmeltzer.com. That text number is the 200 cities I'm in a year to invite you. So if you love invitations, not obligations, join the text. If you don't get bothered by invitations, do not text me. You could email me, though, for a free book or whatever I can do to be of service. I do give 5 minutes of my time to anybody. All you got to do is email me and request it, david@dmeltzer.com.
That's awesome. Johnny, Marty, some closing comments for David?
Bro, I just got to say, man, it's so refreshing to hear someone like yourself laying this stuff out, because more people need, and like you said, simplifying things. More people need to hear how this works, because once they get a taste of it, they won't go back.
Marty.
Yeah, and me being the young guy on the show, you know, it feels good to be around people on the same frequency, same word, and people speaking the same language. So, you know, Johnny and Keith motivate me every day. And like I said, I listen to you. So I definitely appreciate you. Great stuff today.
Awesome. David, I'm fully grateful for your time this morning, full of gratitude that you were able to spend a few moments. You got up and spent some time with us today. A lot of love from me. We use that word on the show every single time, brother. So a lot of love from me, Marty, Johnny, the entire Mornings in the Lab community. I hope you'll come back and spend some time with us again today, brother.
Absolutely love to have you guys on my shows as well. We got to amplify the message and the frequency. You three, obviously, your frequency is my neighborhood. Love to join your neighborhood and have you join mine. Thank you, everyone.
Awesome. David Meltzer, empower billion people to be happy through four key principles: gratitude, empathy, accountability, and effective communication. Jimmy, let's walk Mr. Meltzer out of the lab. We'll see him again soon. And Nation, let's go say goodbye to David. David, have a great day, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, David.
All right. Wow. There we go, guys. David Meltzer hanging out with us this morning in the lab. Marty, Johnny. Baby. That was fun, man. Whoa.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
Like drinking.
It was like a basically just it was like a nice streamlined lesson.
Oh,
that was a Goya for me.
Yeah, so let's go around the table. Marty, what did you take? We had 20 minutes with David, and I knew we did. He's all about a systems guy, effective time management. Marty, let's go around the table. What did you take from that moment, that time with David this morning?
When I had asked the question about his why he does an hour of working out or some type of movement before his day, and the first thing he mentioned was his wife. So me being a younger guy and aspiring to be married, I'm not married yet, obviously, but I'm seeing how successful guys can prioritize business and you can prioritize family too. And so that's probably what stuck out to me the most. Like I said, I listen to the guy every day. Some of the stuff I heard him say a few times. But that's what stuck out to me the most.
That's awesome, Johnny. What did you take from that experience with David?
Honestly, it tells me hearing somebody like him. I mean, he's advanced for sure, but it makes me feel good to hear him talk because, like he said, we're speaking the same language. So it just lets me know that I'm on track. I just got to keep doing my thing and developing systems and protecting my time. It's just refreshing to hear someone that gets it that deep, because I'm not going to say I get it as deep as he does, but I'm in the same arena, so to speak. And it just tells me that I'm all of my hard work and my focus is serving me in the way that, I guess that's it. It just tells me I'm on the right track.
Johnny, me too. Marty, me too. What I took from it was just another reminder that there's no rocket science. There's no magic pills, no magic potions. It's these principles that many of us struggle at with life. But yet when you boil it down, if we can find a way, like I like what he said, right? He's like, okay, so 12 hours of my day, he already said 12 hours of my day are on non-negotiables. So after that, he's like, I got 12 hours to fill with fun and fill with things that are going to move my life forward. Like, what a mindset shift. When you can wake up knowing half your day, Johnny and Marty, is actually taken care of by non-negotiables, so you'll live longer. Like, dude,
brother, and those non-negotiables so for me, I don't. Yes, I totally agree with that. But I look at the system that supports the non-negotiables.
That's what I mean. Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's like there's no distractions, no confusion. Like, okay, he wakes up and goes, okay, I got 24 hours, 12 of them are taken care of. These 12 will make me live longer for my family. Boom, period. Cross them off. Now I got 12 left. That's it. Just 12. I can't make up 13 or 14. I love that, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's for me with the simplicity of what I need to be successful. And I break it down to the simplest thing. Like, I'm done with my shower. Each leg gets 3 pumps of lotion. Upper body these are the things, right? I don't, a lot of times people will look at like a shower as a hurdle. Like, oh, I'm too tired to take a shower. It's just a simple execution. I don't have to, I never have a roadblock of things like this because it's all predetermined.
You know what he also said too, Marty, Johnny, was that we had a chat last week about Warren Buffett's longevity schedule. Remember? And he eats all this bad food. But Johnny has one non-negotiable: sleep. Same with Meltzer.
And when he said that, I was like, that was another one too. Like, yes, when I hear people talk about, I always mention Dan Martell. He says, if you would do one thing, you have a set bedtime and you stick to that, you will find success that you don't find without it. And it just, to me, that's just the sin. And then to hear David come on and say the same thing, and he's like, literally, he was like, I'm 9 to 4. John, like this little thing rang in my head. I'm 9 to 4. John's 8 to 3. Like, it's just a simple shift. That's the stuff that tells me, yes, I'm not letting fucking shit get in front of my bedtime, because keep in mind, we live in a world where all these things are constantly challenged.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't have time to ask him this one question, but Marty, I suspect if I would have asked him the one common denominator amongst all the high profile humans he works with, I'm going to think it's probably sleep. Would you guys suspect that too?
I would.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
You gotta have a certain, in his line of work, you gotta have a certain level of energy. You gotta be like super positive. You gotta be on your feet. You gotta be thinking quickly. So I think that only makes sense.
I think
what I didn't get to say to him on a funny level. I was going to say, dude, Tom Cruise didn't do you justice. They should have had a better looking actor in there.
I love it.
Yeah, Johnny does this little slight low blow.
That's right.
No, I'm playing,
That's
Johnny.
right.
Well, that wasn't a low blow to him. That was saying that Tom Cruise, they needed to get, like, fuck, they could have put somebody in there like
Keith Billis.
Who's Jesus Christ. Someone in there that just a little bit. I mean, Tom is a cool cat, no question about it, but he's not
Tom.
that. I do too, and he's got a good way about him. But I think they could have put somebody in that had a little bit more of a physical prowess.
I think so. I have a little philosophy, and Johnny, I'm looking at you in this one. I have a suspicion that humans, because we see these superhero type characters, like let's just lean into so Tom Cruise or The Rock or folks in the wrestling industry, and because we see them somewhat ubiquitous on media and social media, I'm gonna suspect there's this perception that they're always out partying and doing fun things and traveling and doing crazy shit, when reality is they're leaning into a lot of sleep. Would I be correct?
Dude, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, there's no question when you're on the move and you're in demand,
yes,
that they're going to try to suck every moment out of you. You have to try to find a way to stay on top of taking care of yourself. And there are going to be times where perfect example. There are going to be times where you're like, when I was wrestling, there was periods where I was hot, so I was fucking going everywhere. And there were times when I just literally, there wasn't enough time to sleep. I'm sleeping, on airplanes. I'm sleeping waiting for airplanes. I'm sleeping in the locker room. But the other areas had to be nails. Like my nutrition never came off.
Yes. Well, what he said too, Marty, has struck me was that he's willing to. I'm not going to say maneuver that non-negotiable. What he says, never 2 days in a row. So and I think Johnny's probably the same way, right? And I've even heard Andrew Huberman say the same thing, which is, sleep should be non-negotiable, but it might not be always 7 days in a row where it's great, but you can't go back-to-back days with bad sleep.
Well, you know what you do? You adjust the system. Because the system has a fault. That's like when my team members on my companies.
Yes.
Here's the system. You follow the system. If you don't have success, it's not your fault. It's the system's fault. You don't follow the system, it's your fault. You don't follow the system too many times, I have to replace you.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. What is MITL? It is Mornings in the Lab. We get after it every single day here at 7:30 Eastern Time with Kindness Rising. Matt Roof gets after it on the Mornings in the Lab live network. And then at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, we get started with myself, Johnny, and Marty, and guests like today, David Meltzer. And we got an extended 3-hour show here today, guys. On a moving forward basis, the third hour has been added inside the AI lab with myself, Keith Billis, leaning
getting it, baby,
AI,
getting it,
and so forth. Exactly. All right, we're coming up to the top of the first hour. Here's what we're gonna do, Marty. I'm suspecting you're rock and rolling out of here, brother. What do you got going on today, brother?
Yes, sir. Rocking and rolling. Just another day. I'm gonna get my workout in. Got a couple meetings. And we're going to keep this thing going, man. Bootstrapping, as Keith would say.
Yes. Look out for mom over your shoulder with the Goya, the wooden spoon there, chasing you.
Yeah. Even at 32, she's still Goya.
I'm serious, man. There were a few spatulas and wooden spoons busted on little Keith's ass over the years. On those
I can believe it.
Oh, yes, they're absolutely.
Hey, Mark, check this out. There's an evolution to this, right? Because you're going to get so good and you're going to go so hard at what you're doing. It's going to go the other way. Now, then you're like, my mom is always on me to make sure that I'm getting enough rest because, that she influenced me to work hard, but the influence went so well. Now she has to use her influence trying to slow me up. So my guess is that at some point your mom's going to realize, holy shit, this young man is going so hard. I better influence him to take a deep breath. Part of the evolution, brother.
There we go.
No, that's literally happening now as we speak.
There we go.
She told me, you need to sleep on Saturday. She literally told me that the other day. Yep.
That's perfect. Isn't it crazy how the evolution goes?
Yep. You're right.
Mom's taking after Marty. All right. Okay, listen, here's what we're going to do. Marty's going to walk out of here. Johnny, we're going to do the lifestyle tip with you. And then when you get off stage, you can go do a reset. Then we're going to reset the second hour. How's that sound, brother?
Let's go, babe.
Let's do it, Marty. Take care, brother.
Yes, see y'all tomorrow,
good
man.
look, my brother.
Sir. You too. Yep.
All right, guys. Let's do it, Jimmy.
All right, let's do this. So many of you guys may know, most of you probably don't know that I've actually got a degree from college, major in theology, minor philosophy. People often ask me about my philosophy and what did I learn? And really what I explain to them is it's not about the studying of the different philosophers. It's about developing a philosophy of life. Now, my philosophy of life is simplicity, systems that support my simplicity so that I can move forward, so that I can have success, my own definition of success. You all have your own definition of success. So what I'm getting at is this: develop your own philosophy of life. Understand what it is you want to achieve, understand what it is you need to do to achieve that, and create some systems that will support your philosophy of life. Now, you have goals, and they're great. You need those goals, but you're only going to be as good as the systems that you have in place to pursue those goals. What are we talking about? Your philosophy of life. Rock and roll.
All right. Good morning, everybody. If you're just tuning in this morning, we ripped the truth with David Meltzer in the first hour. What's going on, everybody? Mornings in the Lab with Keith and John, getting after it every single day, 8 o'clock Eastern time, right here on the Mornings in the Lab Live Network. Yeah, you heard me. The Live Network, 7:30 Eastern time, Kindness Rising with Matthew Roof. A reason to get out of bed with kindness. True motherfucking story. Yep, I see the comments are active, you guys. You guys are awesome. The Mornings in the Lab community is getting after it in the feeds here this morning. I invite you guys. Listen, I know a lot of you guys like to listen in. I know you guys like to hang out and watch in the comments, but I am inviting. Would love to see your name. So Einerson, if you're listening. You guys listening out there that are struggling with the fingers, I'd love to see you guys. Nobody will bite. B-Drive will take care of you. Global will take care of you. We got a smart Global here who's just learned what Mornings in the Lab meant. Global, I love you. Hey, if we're all going to throw each other under the bus, that's how we build a wonderful community. Guys, what a great first hour here we've had. We got into we talked about the changing world of AI with Bill Gates stuff coming up, and we talked about that. We also had David Meltzer in as well. And Dusty Struggles waking up to a free book from David Meltzer. But listen, this hour, I think, is going to hit a little bit harder. Maybe just a little bit harder. We're going to load up the second half with more real talk, men's motivation, and the kind of live morning accountability your gut's been screaming for. Yes, we're talking dad bod coming up in this hour. Coming up, the deep dive. We're not done with the belly talk just yet. If you said, I'll start Monday, I'll start tomorrow, I'll start next week, this segment's your wake-up call. We're going to unpack what your gut's really saying about your stress, your hormones, and your identity, and how to fight back like a man. Don't just accept that gut hanging over your corner. Community Corner. Pro wide receiver, Garry Callis Jr. He's in the lab. I see you there, Callis. I see you there hanging out, brother. I see you there patiently waiting, talking about the mental toughness it takes to welcome your haters and turn them into fuel. It's mindset over mood. Men's mental health means athlete performance. And then in Guys in the Morning Focus, we're talking about live conversation here today, coming up at the bottom of this the second hour. And then we're going to save the wildest twist for hour 3. We're going to get into some of the AI stuff and the AI news happening in the world. This is not just a conversation. No, this is accountability that gets after it every single day right here on the Mornings in the Lab Network, 7:30 Eastern time with Kindness Rising. It's accountability in surround sound. Jimmy, let's get back to it. Deep dive is next. Let's cue the beat drop. Jimmy.
We joke about the dad bod. We call it a sign of a happy life. But what if that comfortable gut is a warning sign your body is screaming at you? What is it really telling you? For men over 30, that growing waistline isn't just about looks. It's a key indicator of visceral fat, the dangerous, hidden fat around your organs that floods your system with inflammatory hormones, tanks your testosterone, and crushes your energy. Scientific research from institutions like the Mayo Clinic is undeniable. This isn't about shame. It's about understanding the biology of high-performance manhood. The brutal truth is your gut is an early warning system. But the good news? You have the power to fight back. It starts not with endless crunches, but with strategic choices that reclaim your health and energy.
Benzie, what's up, Benzie? To all of you guys paying attention outside of the comments, you guys hear my names I'm dropping all these awesome humans in the comments in the Mornings in the Lab community. We have an active community here on the show, and I invite you all to become part of the conversation. Yes, Benzu, we added a third hour. Listen, here's the reality. The world is changing. It is changing super fast. And AI is weaving its way through all facets of the world. And Uncle Keith over here decided to insert himself in the middle of that conversation. As a matter of fact, decided to lead that conversation. Why? Well, because I decided to take the experience that I had in the past growing ICUC into a $50 million exit. And I decided to take that experience of the last 18 months of growing the Mornings in the Lab Live network, pack it up in a bundle, and share it with you. So we're talking business. We're talking news. We're talking current events. We're talking about how I'm building this show, this platform with all of you using AI. So my goal with that third hour, Benzie, is to teach. Share, give, and help you all lean into the world of AI as it's weaving its way around us as we get after it every single day on Mornings in the Lab. Coming up, guys, coming up. Jimmy, we're going to do after this one, we're going to do the segment around sexual desires. Yeah, the surprising link between sexual desire and long-term life. No, Jimmy, this is great, man. This is you're absolutely right, Jimmy. Let's go to deep dive, and we're going to come back and talk the sexual desire, the link between sexual desire and long-term love. Johnny, let's get into it, brother. Let's talk dad bod, my brother. Let's be honest. The term dad bod has been normalized, even celebrated along the way. And do you think that it's made men complacent about a serious men's health issue? Now, I'm being serious, man, because we've went through a world and here's where my frustration lies, brother, is that it's often confused with, well, you got abs. No, it's about a healthy lifestyle that has, as a matter of fact, you will reveal your abdominal muscles if you get rid of that fat all along your body. But let's get into the conversation around the jokes about the weight gain around the midsection. Is it a defense mechanism to avoid difficult truth, Johnny?
I think when it comes down to is that somehow in our society, it's become very acceptable.
It has.
To get married, have kids, and just turn into this thing.
So I agree with you. And I think I want to use these words, especially if somebody takes our conversation out of context, because this is not about fat shaming at all.
No, when I say this thing, I'm not talking, I didn't say fat.
No.
You basically, I'm just supporting what you're saying. It's like where this thing is like, okay, this is what I used to be. This is what I've become. What have I become? And it's just somehow, some way, it's become acceptable. Kind of like taking your kids through the drive-through for dinner, 3 nights a week because you're too fucking lazy to cook them real food.
Yes.
It's all become acceptable. And because there's so many people doing it, they all pretend that it's okay. It's really not.
Yes. So then let me go here with you. So, again, I love that on our show, we're leading with experiences because we know the facts are readily available. AI everywhere. But Johnny, when you hear the term and your clients come to you and we see the term visceral fat, what comes to mind? Because to most guys, they just think it's a beer belly. But I know, and some men know that there's really an internal danger going on inside that they're just ignoring. Johnny, talk about the dangers of that visceral fat.
It's basically fat inside your stomach cavity.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And it's basically it's taking up room in your stomach cavity. That's, it's basically, think of it almost like, I would try to simplify it. It's almost like crowding your organs, and
yes.
It's not healthy. Period. End of story.
Yeah.
They've gone as far literally as to identify, and it's actually, this peptide is prescribed. There is a peptide that actually attacks, it tells the body, get rid of this visceral fat. This is not healthy.
Oh, I love that. Johnny, we're talking peptides. I think actually I might have something on the docket today. If not today, I know we have a peptide conversation coming up later on this week, but I do think I did even have I'm going to try to pull it up here for our conversation because guys, listen, peptides are all over the planet these days. We're talking more about them and we're going to keep talking about them on the show.
And this singular peptide I'm referencing is actually prescribed often by doctors because this visceral fat is so dangerous.
Well, here's the thing. A visceral fat is a hormone factory. This isn't passive tissue. The Mayo Clinic confirms that visceral fat, Johnny, actively pumps out inflammatory substances and hormones, causing inflammation. So when guys joke about, I'm feeling bloated, no, you're fat. You're not inflamed, you're fat, right? It's a silent killer of your body.
Inside.
Yes. And
yeah, people say, "Oh, I'm not," because their stomach is big and round. Well, I'm not really fat. You can feel there's not much here. Well, that's because all that fucking fat's on the inside. That's why your shit's so swole up.
Yeah, and Johnny, it's a testosterone crusher, right? This visceral fat is metabolically active and produces an enzyme called aromatase.
Yeah. So, yes, 100%. But I think we got to back up.
Please.
This shit was put in place by a lifestyle that killed your testosterone to begin with.
Yes.
So you've developed this shit that's pumping out a bunch of negative chemistry into your bloodstream, but that's the after effect.
Yes.
The primary effect was your lifestyle would shut down your natural testosterone to begin with, or lowered it a ton. And that's basically that lifestyle. A, lowers the testosterone. B, develops the visceral fat. Now C, now the compounding effect is this visceral fat is sending out a bunch of nasty shit that's even worse than having your testosterone low.
Well said. And guys, you can't crunch it away. Todd Rod, what's your question? I see your question. I see you got a question.
That's very good, brother. Say that again. You can't crunch it away. What he's saying is you sit-ups are not going to fix this.
Yes, I want to talk about that in a quick second. Todd Rod, what's your question, brother? B-Drive, thanks, brother, for being my eyes. And Garry Callis Jr. is in the comments. Jimmy, if Garry Callis is ready, why don't we bring Callis into the conversation, man? I think we can have some fun with Callis. If he's sitting back and ready, we'll introduce him to Johnny as well, and we'll bring Garry Callis into the conversation here. But we're talking about you can't crush it away. And this is the huge misconception. And guys, there's tons of media, social media experts saying, hey, you can do 1,000 crunches and get rid of it. No. Johnny, where is it changing, brother?
Yeah, it's there. There's no such thing as a stomach exercise that's going to reduce this. What's going to reduce this? And at that point, once you've got it, it's not just your diet. Yes, that's a huge piece of it. It's your sleep. It's your movement. When I say movement, I'm not talking about going to the gym. I'm talking about blood flow. I mean, I have clients that literally, I start them off with, okay, you're going to eat. You're on an eating schedule, a drinking schedule. Now we're going to stack one more habit. You're going to go for a 5-minute walk every time you eat. I just need just blood flow throughout the day. Fucking changes the game.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just funny because Johnny was in my head here, the actionable items. And Todd, I love that you took the energy to write that awesome question. That's just the best question you can throw out there, especially when you go. So let's Todd. I know you're smarter than that, and I know you got a better question. B-Drive, we know Todd's got a better question than that, so we'll wait for Todd's better question. But Johnny talks about the actionable ways to do it. Win the morning, get up, start your day with some protein, start your day with some movement, and get some non-negotiable sleep. So here's the thing, Johnny. Everybody wants a quicker answer, though. Everybody wants the shortcut.
100%. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
So with this condition of visceral fat, there's a fucking host of other shit that will show up. Perfect example. Like, how many times have you heard someone talk about restless leg syndrome? And nobody really knows how to fucking get rid of it, right? Prescribe fucking pills for it and blah, 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 blah. And okay, you prescribe this pill. Well, you give some fucking guy tranquilizer, of course, is going to fucking mellow out. But now you got to give him something else to wake him up. Well, I can't tell you how many people I've helped cure that, or I shouldn't say cure, manage that problem, because realistically, the cure is to live a lifestyle in a way that makes it go away for good. But that 5-minute walk after meals, I can't tell you how many people that has helped tame restless leg syndrome.
Johnny, let's meet our next guest. We got Garry Callis Jr., who was supposed to join me at the bottom of the hour, but I see Garry actively involved in our conversation, and I'm thinking that Garry has something to say about dad bods. Garry Callis, John Anderson. Garry, welcome to the show, brother.
Gentlemen, how the hell we doing?
What's up, brother?
Dude, another day alive, man. I can't complain.
Yeah. Where are you joining us from today, pal?
So I'm in Richmond, Virginia.
Nicely done. So you're hearing our chat about dad bod. And I know we're here to tell you about a bunch of other things. We're going to get to that in a number of minutes, but let's stay in dad bod, brother. When you hear about dad bod and you see guys around, your circles and so forth, we're not talking vanity. We're talking health around dad bod. Garry Callis Jr.
So when I think dad bod, back when I was a teen, so I just turned 30 a few days ago.
Okay.
And so with that in mind, I think back to where I was in middle school. I was 170 pounds. I was bloated. I was fat as shit. And it was because I wasn't moving. I wasn't getting active. I wasn't getting after it every day.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. When somebody just calls himself fat as shit, that's just.
I mean, I'm gonna just keep it real, dude. Like, I'm just gonna keep it real.
That's what Johnny. That's why I fell in love with Johnny, Gary, because Johnny's like, "Oh yeah, I was just a fat son of a bitch." I'm like, "Oh, I like that."
I was just a legitimate fat fuck. I didn't have any motivation. Like, all right,
yeah.
And
it is
with
what
that,
it is, babe.
And with that, like, I've always had passion for fitness, martial arts, all that good stuff. And so my growth spurt hit at exactly the same time I started working out like a madman. So I dropped 50 pounds going into high school, and I've basically kept that off the entire time. But when I hear dad bod, I hear deep motivation, not just discipline, motivation. Think about what your why is for physical fitness. Think about what your why is in terms of just living in general. We all have a why.
Yeah.
We all have a why.
Yeah.
I have a little board over there. I'm a huge fantasy D&D nerd, and so whenever I wake up, I think of you got to pay the toll. So when I wake up, 50 jumping jacks, plank for about a minute and a half.
Do people still do jumping jacks? Garry Callis actually did fucking jumping jack. I love it.
Just get moving. Just get moving. I don't give a shit what you do. Just move.
Yes.
Allow your body to feel something. As again, someone that's done, martial arts for a number of years, got into free running and parkour, back in my teens. I still do it now. We love to chastise people for doing quote unquote childlike movements like cartwheels and shit.
Yeah.
But think about the amount of people at our age that can't.
Yes. Well, so Johnny, and so Gary, I'm going to use you as an example because Johnny, here's what happens, right? As a metaphor. So Gary just said you just turned 30. Right. Mm-hmm. And I suspect this is what happens. And Johnny, because you saw a picture of me, it's happened to me, right? You become 31, you're 32, you get into your rhythm of life. Then you wake up at 40, and Gary looks in the mirror. He's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
What's happening? I got this fat belly again. And then you're 45 and you're feeling like you get this fat ass. And you're like, I was just 30 yesterday. And now you wake up and you've got that quote unquote dad bod. Again, not fat shaming, just you're going to yourself, wow, I'm not where I was supposed to be. And that's just how it happens, John Anderson, doesn't it?
Good. I mean, it all goes back to, at 30, you're living your life a certain way.
Yeah.
Some events happen in your life, which changes your daily rhythm. That daily rhythm stays in place long enough to you develop into this thing, as I said before.
Yes.
And the thing is just, it's body, mind, and soul. It's that creature that's kind of given up and justified his lack of effort.
Yes.
On the other side of it too, it comes into a moment where you start feeling like a supporting character in your own narrative in life. You know what I'm saying? You become kind of like your own player too. Things happen in life where you feel like it's outside of your control and you're demotivated. You don't feel the need or want to do something anymore. But in terms of men from a mental health standpoint, don't be afraid to put yourself first. To be true to yourself, you need to have the capacity to discipline other people. And if that means that you're going to take a few minutes out of your day to move, and that might piss somebody off, well, I don't need you around me anyway. Fuck you.
Yeah, well said. Well said. Hey, Johnny, I want to introduce you to Gary, man, because so Johnny, I know you're a golfer. We'll get this. Imagine
I see the finger golf. The what does it say? Finger golfer. Yeah, I'm curious to know.
Fling golf, dude. Check this out.
Fling golf. Excuse me. My eyes are not serving me this morning.
Finger golfer.
I just want to be in your life, Keith. What? I thought you loved AI, Keith. Are you afraid to tell everyone your secret, Keith?
What the fuck was that?
I don't know, man.
I don't know, dude. What is it? That's that guy that looks like he could be climbing on stage. Where's my cool AI thing, dude?
I don't know what the hell that was. Jimmy, I don't know what the hell's going on with the buttons there, but that was fucking weird, man. What's up, batshit crazy? I'm just a little bit I gotta say something about Gary though. Johnny, Gary, can you go side profile, man? Let me see that. Look at that fucking flow, brother. Oh my God, I might be in love with that flow. I'm kind of disappointed that you have the headset on because I'm thinking it's a rock and roll flow, isn't it? Like it's just fucking massive, eh?
Oh, dude, it's nice. It's taken me 12 years to grow this.
Yeah,
12 years.
That is so awesome. That's so awesome.
Let's go back to my lack of vision this morning.
So Johnny, he's a professional fling golfer, currently ranked 22nd in the world on the World League Fling Golf Tour.
What is it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So
talk to us, brother.
Allow me to set the stage.
Please.
Right? So picture if lacrosse and golf got real spicy and had a kid. So rather than
when you say spicy, are you talking about like fling? Like we're talking, my mind goes to fling, like opposite sex and getting a little risque.
I mean, look, if you out here bumping uglies with a golf club and
well, dude, that's a lot better than fucking finger golfing. I was like, what the fuck is finger golfing?
Now,
you know?
Soccer golf is indeed a thing. It absolutely is.
Soccer golf is a thing. I've heard.
It's a thing, and it's really cool. But what fling golf is, you have one piece of equipment known as a fling stick. Bad boy right here. I have the 51-inch ballistic here. It's the
does it vibrate?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Gotta pay extra for that. So rather than hitting a golf ball, you're throwing a golf ball. So take a golf ball just like that, you throw it inside this channel just like that, and you were literally throwing this thing as far as you can.
And so where does the fling part come in?
So the fling part comes in as you were flinging or throwing the ball from tee to hole.
Oh, Jesus, man, I'm really off my rocker. I'm thinking fling like you got some cute chick that you're doing some crazy sport with. Jesus Christ, man, I'm just totally off went from finger to the wrong type of fling. Holy shit, man. God damn it.
Subliminal messaging's a motherfucker, isn't it?
I'm thinking to myself, okay, you must get partnered up. It's like a dating app where you're going to go say fling golf. I'm like, shit, they're really moving with this stuff. Okay, I got you. I'm on track now, babe. Sorry.
We got Garry Callis hanging out with Mornings in the Lab with Keith and John here this morning. Garry is joining us for the community corner, but we saw him in the green room and we were talking dad bod. I was like, Jimmy, bring up Callis Jr. into the lab to have a conversation. And hey, Garry, so why do you say that it's okay to have haters? And before you answer, you're going to love John. John's saying is if they're talking smack, you are on the right track. And I got to suspect, Callis Jr., you think the same way.
Hey, man, if it bleeds, it leads.
Yeah.
That's basically it, man. Getting into the sport almost 2 years ago, I've been a golfer for a number of years. I still love the sport. Will always play the sport. Fling golf gives me an entirely different platform to where I can showcase not only what I do, but I can highlight people that typically wouldn't be highlighted to begin with. So I get to bring people up with me in this. And, I catch a lot of flack. We catch, as a community, a lot of flack from people on social media. Shit like, oh, if I see somebody playing this, I'm going to hit into them, that type of stuff. And the way I look at it is, if you don't have haters, you're not doing your job right.
Yeah, you're not doing. If a hater it's because you're doing something extraordinary. Yes. Haters don't hate on the ordinary.
Yes,
right. Yes. Right. In the words of one of my favorite professional bowlers of all time, Pete Weber. When he retired, whether you loved me or you hated me, you watched.
Yeah,
plain and simple. Plain and simple.
That's it. Love me or debate me, just debate me.
Exactly.
Or master debate me, John Anderson.
I can't say that's part of my saying, but we'll let it slide.
Hey, you're hanging out with Keith, John, and Garry here in the lab here. We got Garry Callis Jr. joining us a couple minutes early here today. Jimmy, we have that sex topic I want to throw on the stage here quickly. Jimmy, we'll get that prepared for us. But before we do that, Johnny, I want to bring our attention to the community. We are a big time community focused show here. And Johnny, heads up, brother, ears up for this one. Scott Benzie, dad bod just put me into a serious health condition. See, guys, this is not bullshit. This is real life.
But I helped Benzie. We crushed that.
Yeah, so listen up though, Johnny. Put me on a 90-day FMLA. Make changes now. You may not get a second chance like I did. So Benzie, Anderson, you guys might want to connect off show here. But Benzie, we're all rooting for you. We got
Benzie, I already helped him, brother. remember he came on and was like, I'm having trouble.
I'm sorry. Yes.
I already helped him crush the dad bod. It's over.
That's right. Yes. Thank you, Joe. So there you go, guys. Real life examples. Anderson helping Scott Benzie here with his dad bod situation on the show here. All right, so Jimmy, let's get. I had one last quick topic before the surprising link. Gary, stick around for this one before we walk Johnny out, and then you and I are going to keep the show going with the community corner. The surprising link between sexual desire and long-term love. You ever wonder why your type seems to change depending on how you're feeling? Well, new research reveals something we don't talk about enough: how sexual desire in the moment over time silently shifts what we think we want in a long-term partner, and it affects both men and women more than you might think. Jimmy, let's run it, brother.
What if the moment you feel attracted to someone, your brain is secretly rewriting everything you thought you wanted in a lifelong partner? You've been there, making relationship choices that seemed right in the moment, only to wonder later why you prioritized all the wrong things. The frustration of feeling like your own mind is working against your long-term happiness. Groundbreaking research is revealing how our internal emotional states create dynamic shifts in what we value most. Understanding these hidden influences gives you the power to make relationship decisions that align with your true values, not just your momentary impulses. It's time to take control of your relationship destiny.
We're talking sexual partners. Johnny, I'm starting with you, brother. Before I get to it, though, I was working on this yesterday, and Lauren was talking about our chemistry and our friendship, and she's like, I can't believe you guys have never met in person, but you guys are like pen pals. I'm like, what the fuck, pen pals? What is it, 1964?
Pen pal. Yeah, I don't write well enough to be one of those guys.
All right, John, do you remember your first list? And Gary, I'm coming to you next with the same question. Johnny, do you remember your first list for an ideal partner and how it may have changed over time? So your first partner, you're like, she's got to be this, got to be that, physically.
You're talking about literally writing a list?
Or just
in your head.
Yeah, like what you were looking for with that first partner, maybe the first person you banged or hung out with, but and how
Yeah, you know what that list was? Somebody who's willing.
Oh, I thought it was somebody taking their clothes off in a dance club. Is that who's on that list for you?
Well, I mean, when you don't have many opportunities, well, I was a little fat fucker, Jesus Christ, what the list was, somebody willing to do it. That was the list.
Callis, is that you too when you were the fat fucker too?
Oh no, man! Like my thought process is never going to be someone with a body temperature somewhere in the 90s.
So let me ask you guys this, then we're talking sexual desires. When you're feeling super attracted to someone, as you've went through your journey in life, Gary and Johnny, did you notice how fast that you skipped over red flags? Johnny, I'm thinking about you, brother, because you've talked about your relationship journeys over time here. I got to think there were many times you just put the blinders on to the red flags, Johnny.
Yeah, I mean, it was 100%. I mean, that was, I don't honestly know what it was that made that happen, but it's very correct. I was looking at all the wrong. My decision making was based on all of the wrong fucking shit.
Yeah. And just openly admitting it, just doom. Gary,
well, I mean, you can't deny history.
No, I know.
That same mistake was repeating itself over and over. And it was finally like, holy shit, okay, this is going to be the rest of my life if I don't fucking figure this out.
Hey, Gary, I got to wonder, man, have you ever noticed you got friends or siblings? I'm thinking friends in a friend circle that is suddenly dating someone that is not their type, and you're just sitting on your hands or your fingers and you're letting them make the same mistake over and over. Gary.
You know what? It's funny. Had a situation where it almost feels like I'm inside of a glass box and I'm like banging on it as hard as I can, just silently yelling, get the hell away from her.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, for us guys, it's almost in the same respect as like an animal going after something that's like poisonous, but they have those colorings, those aposematic style colorings that'll let you know, hey man, you don't want to mess with that because you will get bit and it's gonna suck. So I don't know, like in terms of back to the other question about just like red flags.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Pretty lights and pretty colors are nice until they blind your ass because you got to.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so why this topic matters, guys, is that, we often think of mate preferences as fixed. like attraction, like it's a checklist. But science has been telling you.
Oh, it evolves, flat out evolves.
You're so right, Johnny.
100%. I mean, like when I met Terry, I was at the point where I was like, okay, what I'm looking for now, I mean, granted, she fit the bill for a lot more than I was looking for, but I finally realized that, Jesus Christ, dude, what you need to be looking for is a companion that you can actually get along with. That was the most important. I'm like, I'm fucking tired. I don't give a shit how good looking she is. I'm tired of fucking having all this goddamn disagreement and friction. I'm done with that.
Yeah. So when sexual desire is high, either momentarily or habitually, people of all genders, we place more importance on physical attractiveness in long-term partners. Point blank, period. Right. And I guess when it comes down to it, we go back to Adam and Eve, Johnny, Gary, right? Which is, I want to make human. Right. So it's that sexual desire that comes back to it at the end of the day.
Right. I mean, I will take it a step further though.
Please.
I don't care who you are. You could be attractive as hell, but you could have the worst personality on the face of the planet. I wouldn't even want to talk to you.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
So
yeah.
At the end of the day, you've got to have.
I support that, brother.
You got to have, number one, personality, but number two, sexual anything is more, especially as men, we don't have a lot of chances to truly be vulnerable. And that's kind of one of those really big moments where you're allowing yourself to be naked, not only physically, but emotionally and mentally. And so if you're able to allow that part to happen, it's got to be with somebody you can trust.
Yeah.
I think if you're one of these dudes that's going back to the Adam and Eve, as you said it, Keith, where you're always falling back to the looks, you just haven't got all the fucking out of your system. Because you're still trying to answer that question. Let me tell you, fellas, it's all pink on the inside.
Well,
I'm just sharing some discovery with you.
I fucking love this guy.
That's awesome. Jimmy, we're making a soundbite on that one, man. That's going to be a fucking clip coming up on one.
I fucking love this guy. Oh my god. Holy shit, that was great.
Next week on the show, pink turns to a dry red as women enter. No, I'm joking. So, guys, listen. Notice your desire state before making relationship judgments or decisions. What you prioritize today, as Johnny said, may not reflect some long-term values, just your current state. And here's the thing, guys. I'd invite you, start some conversations with your partner around how attraction shifts in real life, right? Not just in theory. Right? Because I'm thinking that from 30 to 40 to 50 to 60 to 70 to 80. You know what the funny thing is, though, Johnny? I'll be honest. I'm Gary. So, Johnny, I look at Lauren, and I've been Lauren for 8 years. She looks and is the same to me today as she was when I first met her. Even though she's
getting,
not,
I would say she's getting better, dude, because because the way that we look at them, because of course the attraction, as we know them better, it goes more to the inside. The outside will as over time will decay, and as we all will. But that's not what we're seeing anymore. And you can tell the people that are truly in love with their partner because they don't see the outside decaying. Like I'm not going to throw anybody to the bus, but I know a lot of freaking dudes who they're constantly trying to keep their female looking young on the outside. Like, fuck, you are just missing the fucking boat, dude.
Well, and you know what? And then their face starts to, that's a whole conversation for a different day. All right. So listen, guys, we're wrapping it up here. Hey, guys, just a quick little comment there. We got Melissa from the Mornings in the Lab team over in the comments there, guys. So please spend some time to engage with Melissa in the comments. Thanks, Melissa, for having some great, we got an active community here on the show here in Dusty Struggles. What's going on, Jay? I see you there in the comments. Peaches, Johnny, we got Peaches here today as well here in the lab. And we are going to rock and roll and walk Johnny out of here. So Gary and I will keep our community corner segment going. Johnny, a lot of fun today, man. A lot of energy in the show. Thanks for bringing it like you always do. I never have any doubt that you will always bring it, brother.
I just need to understand what's in front of us, and I'm better finding out right when it's coming, baby.
I know you are. Johnny, closing words for Gary. Gary and I are going to continue on some community corner conversation. He's got a couple folks he wants to celebrate here today before I move to hour 3 on the AI side of things. Johnny.
Yeah, Gary, I think that through my misunderstanding of what you do, there might be an angle to partner a different type of fling to your current fling golf. You know, and if that happens, and you patent that, I want a piece of the action.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll keep you in the loop.
Hey guys,
Pleasure to meet you, brother. You're cool as hell, bro.
All right.
Cool as hell.
Take care, Johnny. All right, Johnny.
Have a good live, guys.
Take care, guys. Johnny's going to get out of here, and we're going to keep the show going with Garry Callis. Hey, guys, you guys can join the live conversation. I just got us a text. True story. Johnny, Benzie will be back in touch for my next level of fitness. That is awesome. Guys, you can join the live conversation, 431-300-3005. Yeah, 431-300-3005. We got a text from somebody's dad. Gary, somebody's dad's listening right now. Uh-huh. It's the bullshit guy. So I have a guy who comes to our show. He is a bullshit expert, Garry Callis. True story. Like, he's a philosophy in bullshit. So sounds like bullshit to me. Where's your bullshit expert? I'm just kidding, because he's my son. We got Petrocelli's old man here. So if we got young Petrocelli, who's the Italian, I'm thinking the old man Petrocelli is also Italian. So hey, what's going on? Hey, Petro, why don't you call the show and hang out with myself and Garry Callis Jr. Gary's joining me from Virginia today. We're here on the Community Corner. Jimmy, let's do this. Let's get Gary off stage. Let's get me off stage. Let's reset for the Community Corner segment and bring this baby to life. Jimmy, shall we do that?
What if the secret to breakthrough success isn't waiting for lightning to strike, but mastering the art of small, deliberate moves that compound into something extraordinary? Most of us get stuck believing we need one massive moment of inspiration to change our lives, waiting for the perfect opportunity while watching others seem to effortlessly build the careers and communities we dream about. The most successful transformations happen through consistent, incremental actions. Meet Garry Callis Jr., the pro athlete that says it is okay to have haters. He is the 22nd ranked fling golfer in the world and founder of Richmond's RVA Hard Dance Collective. Start where you are with what lights you up and focus on making one small move toward accessibility and connection rather than waiting for permission or the perfect moment. Your differences aren't obstacles. They're your competitive advantage waiting to be unleashed.
Yo. What's going on, nation? We're back at it. Bottom of the second hour. You got Mornings in the Lab with Keith and John getting after every single day. We got Garry Callis here in the lab, joining me for the Community Corner. Gary works as an AI SEO intern expert. Oh, fuck. I'm going to talk to him about that. I think it's GEO now. Yeah. I see you guys all in the comments. Lady Drew, I appreciate you. Lady Drew hanging out, keeping our community rock and rolling. We got B Drive there in the comments. John Petrocelli in the comments. John, your dad was here though. I see your dad in the comments throwing you under the bus, John Petrocelli. Let's see. We got B Drive coming in with Keisha. We doing car lot commercials as a side gig. Hold on a second here. What's going on? Throwing the old host under the bus here today. I love it. All right, let's see here. We got who else we got here in the comments coming up here today. So guys, as you guys can see, we are rocking and rolling here on the show. And the show, I think, Melissa and Jimmy has got to another level. We got an extremely active community happening. So if you guys all haven't said hi yet, say hi to Melissa. She's on Team MITL. Jimmy's on Team MITL. You'll see Melissa there in the comments. She's active, saying hello to all you guys. Be polite, be kind, or just throw her under the bus as well. Guys, listen, let's get into our conversation with Garry Callis Jr. He works as an AI SEO intern at Exponent 21 while also serving as a golf product specialist and social media content creator for Next Round Golf, a company specializing in affordable secondhand golf equipment. His diverse background includes 3 years as a golf team lead at Topgolf, where he won Customer Service Excellent Awards and roles at Dick's Sporting Goods. And as a golf sales lead, Gary recently made headlines by organizing and hosting Richmond's first, baby, he's a leader, not a follower, he's a leader, fling golf tournament, the River City Open, which took place at Magnolia Green Golf Club in June 2025. He has appeared on ESPN multiple times. He's been on Mornings in the Lab once, featured in various publications and podcasts, and has become a prominent ambassador for making golf more accessible to people of all backgrounds and abilities. Jimmy, let's bring the guy back up on stage. Garry Callis Jr.
What up?
How are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. Doing damn good. Appreciate the intro. Means a lot.
Yeah.
And damn, you covered quite a bit. I appreciate it.
So, dude, you chose Bruce Leroy as your fling golf nickname because of his lifelong obsession with martial arts.
Yep.
But he'd walk out to Bill Goldberg's entrance music, If You Could Talk and Walk, Talk about mixing your influences, brother. And then I didn't lean into it with Johnny here. Johnny's a former wrestler, as you may or may not know. I am not. But dude, Bruce Leroy, how did you combine those two together? Let's get into it, pal.
All right. So anybody's heard of the movie The Last Dragon? Way back, old Barry Gordy Motown, like martial arts flick. I've been an avid fan of martial arts ever since I was a very small child.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny how Black culture and martial arts have always been, you know, intertwined, whether it's clan or whatever. And so it's a part of me. And so with Bruce Leroy, you know, it's an homage to The Last Dragon, but also, you know, that's kind of what I want to be, you know, in Fling Golf. So it was kind of a no-brainer.
So you mentioned Goldberg. I'm assuming you're a wrestling dude, because if you're a Goldberg guy, you're a wrestling guy.
Damn right.
So then I'm going to work. So I pride myself on having the conversations that folks don't want to have elsewhere. We're going to have it here on the show.
Okay.
Going to throw a curveball at us.
Okay.
So last week, the wrestling world lost a legend. His name was Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
But the world lost maybe a really disgraceful human being, Terry Gene Bollea.
Mm-hmm.
As a black man, how did you feel about the passing of Hulk Hogan, Garry Callis Jr.?
1 second. Hold on. I'm going to take a swig for this one. I feel the same way in concept of Hulk Hogan passing away as Chris Benoit. As an in-ring performer, top talent, top draw, revolutionized the game, did everything he was supposed to do, whether it was face turns, face runs, heel runs, whatever. Hulk Hogan, rest in peace to an icon. Terry Bollea, fuck that guy.
You just gave me goosebumps, because, you know, when you mentioned Chris Benoit, and I got it on my body right now, I have never heard of a better connection. So A, I want to thank you for connecting that for me. B, thank you for being a black man and speaking of courage, because there's been a lot of people that are like, what the fuck? Right. And Marty, who's my co-host in the show as well, is a black African-American who loves Hulk Hogan, but, you know, struggles with some of the things that you've said. Right. And I like how you've separated that, because that's beautiful, brother, because Benoit in the ring was one of the greats ever. Oh,
absolutely.
But outside, fucking murderer.
See, here's the thing. And I can see in the comments as well, there may be a little bit of controversy. You know, it's a good thing sometimes to separate a person from their politics. I can be completely fine with, for example, Mike Tomlin as a person, but I can absolutely hate the Steelers.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You know, yes. I can be completely fine with somebody as a person objectively, but then hate their politics on the back end of it.
Yes.
And then let's be real. A lot of these guys, you know, Hulk Hogan was one of the proponents of kayfabe. He kept that character on.
Yes.
Whether it's The Undertaker, whether it's like these guys kept that kayfabe, kept that suspension of disbelief alive.
Yes.
But in Hogan's case, you go from, you know, pulling the mask off, so to speak.
Yes.
You know, from the character of Hulk Hogan to Terry Bollea. You know, and again, I'm not going to say that he was 100% a shit person. I didn't know the man personally.
Yes.
However, what I can say is, for the things that he has said, I don't agree with it. But
yes,
I also can, you know, I can also level with the fact that because of who he is in the community, because of, you know, the things he's been able to do, I'm not going to say has the right, but everyone's going to speak from the position of privilege that they've been placed in. And if you're not using your platform to advocate for other people and simply just to advocate for yourself, don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yes. Well, and maybe there's something to be said, and we're having a heavy conversation with Garry Callis Jr. Right now, but I think it's an important conversation, because what I pride myself on this show, Gary, is to have conversations where we can have it. It's actually called the conversation.
Right.
Not we all have to drink the same Kool-Aid, and if I don't agree with you, you can't come here. No, fuck that. Go to a different platform. If you don't agree with Uncle Keith or Gary, that's great. I want to hear why. I really do. And I have no judgment. I want to have conversations. Maybe there's something to be said about Hogan's journey in life, Gary, precipitating these conversations. Maybe that's the reason God put him down here. Maybe that's the reason God put him here to be a fucking racist. Maybe that's the reason God put him down here to open up the world to wrestling and kayfabe and become the person he was. Right? Maybe that's the reason for us to have a conversation about the life of Terry Bollea. And I think sometimes we get too caught up in, we got to put him in a box. Well, hold on a second here. So I don't know. I find it interesting, and I appreciate your point of view on this, Gary. And I thank you for taking down that path with me. Any closing comments before we keep going with you, brother?
So on that one, and to all you guys in the comments, if there's anything that you take from this particular subject of conversation, I don't give a damn if I agree with you or not when it comes to certain things. It could be politics, it could be supplements, it could be fucking whatever. I don't care. Yeah. But if I understand where you're coming from and I understand your journey to get to where you are, then that's a conversation that's worth having.
Yes. I like Global's comment, Gary. Global's comment, we often talk about legacy, as we go through life. Well, we got one of our members in the community, Gary, that says, Global says, memory is all a man leaves behind. Very profound, because there's something to be said for that. You replace legacy with memory, something very profound in that statement. And the Bears, all joking aside, no, I don't think Kevin Sullivan did it. All right, you're hanging out with Mornings in the Lab with Keith and Garry Callis Jr. Gary joined me all the way from Virginia. Gary, you've said that people deserve to enjoy themselves on the course, the Fling Golf Course, regardless of financial circumstances. Where does that sense of justice around accessibility come from in your life, Gary?
That sense of justice comes from basically just growing up. I'm not going to say like poor, but I grew up pretty broke in a lot of cases. And when it comes to golf specifically, this is going to be me being slightly controversial here.
Yeah.
A lot of people tend to like to use Tiger Woods as kind of like the Black Friends defense for golf.
Yeah.
Tiger was there, so like, why can't y'all just get here the way that he got here? Sorry, we all didn't go to fucking Stanford, okay? Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Love the guy to death, but to place him as the paragon for literally everybody, don't think it's a fair assessment.
Gary, did Tiger help golf or hurt golf?
Oh, dude. If it wasn't for Tiger, we would not be where we are, period. Not just as like a race.
We meaning culture or we meaning black culture?
Everything.
Okay.
Everything. Before 1997, golf was declining, in terms of payouts, in terms of everything, golf was declining. You could see from the moment Tiger won the Masters in 97,
I remember,
all the way to 2019 when he won the Masters, you would see the uptick of payouts. You would see the uptick of views. You would see what was known as the Tiger effect. And honestly, it got so crazy that whenever Tiger would play in a tournament, you would see an active decline in scores because his aura was so damn powerful that people legitimately played worse.
And then shit happened.
Stuck his dick in crazy, but that.
but let's go there though. So back to Global's comment, right? Which is, memory is all man leaves behind. Right. Tiger makes a goofy decision. All judgment over there. All judgment over there.
Right.
Does that erase all the goodness that he did?
Hell no.
No.
Hell no. I mean, think about it. Think about it like this. I think of us as people as, pieces of metal. We're all going to have impurities. We're all going to have things in our lives that may shape us, that may form us, kind of like an anvil hitting that metal. That heat, that pressure that forges us into who we are. We're not going to be 100% pure. I'm sorry. If you think we're going to be a 100% pure person, like a piece of steel, you're out of your mind. You're going to make a mistake at some point. What matters is not just what you do. If it's a mistake, if you own up to that completely and live your life afterwards going, look, this wasn't the right thing, I'm sorry, and you live your life trying to still be an inspiration, even to those that you may have affected, I've got no problem with you.
Love it. Love it. Hanging out with Garry Callis Jr., myself, Keith Billis here on Mornings in the Lab. Hey, Gary, if you had to choose between never being able to shuffle dance again, I know you love your shuffle dancing,
Yep.
or never being able to play fling golf again, which would break your heart more?
I don't know, man. Not being able to shuffle again would suck. So I've been a rave kid for well over a decade, and I've gotten a chance to meet so many cool people. I've been able to perform on stage for quite a few like really prominent DJs, and it's been a really cool journey just being able to just travel around and just hang out with people. Like I was in DC a few nights ago at Echo Stage, massive venue, just throwing down to a lot of really good hard techno, and I want to find more ways to kind of combine my love of like electronic music and golf. That would be like I want to do a rave on a golf course real bad, but we'll see how that works.
All right, I love it. All right, Jimmy, here's what we're going to do, pal. I'm looking at the clock here, Jimmy. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the community corner celebrations with Garry, and then we're going to come back and wrap up our conversation with Garry. But before we do that, Jimmy, I'm looking down at the comments. We've got Scott Benzie coming in saying, Keith, I love that you always want to hear why and have a conversation about. So true, because some topics need to be heard, especially from two different points of views. I think as we get older, we want to lean into our skills. And I believe it's a skill that I have, which is be able to have a conversation, ask good questions, ask curious questions, and stand in the middle and go back and forth. And I think that we need to do more of that because too many of us just want to hear an echo. Because we want to be reminded that because Garry says what Keith says and we all agree to each other, we can all leave the situation feeling good about ourselves. But we haven't moved anything forward. So I really want to keep having conversations along the way. All right, Jimmy. So let's do that, pal. Let's do the creator spotlights with Garry before we do the closing segment with Mr. Callis. So Jimmy, I got the creator spotlight set up, brother. Let's get after it, pal. Whenever you're ready.
Golf isn't known for shaking things up, but sometimes the best ideas come from messing around in the backyard. That's where this story starts. A homemade game, a single stick, and a simple question. What if golf could be more fun? Alexander Van Allen took that backyard spark to Shark Tank, invented the fling stick, and built a growing community around fling golf. Mornings in the Lab is celebrating Alexander, the guy proving you don't need permission to start something new. Give him a follow if you want to see what's possible when you run with your own idea.
We all remember that kid in the neighborhood. Yeah, the one who couldn't sit still. The one who'd rather make up his own rules than play by somebody else's. Well, that's where innovation actually starts. Not in the boardroom, not in the bedroom either. Oh yeah, baby, but in the backyard. Yep, true story. Alexander Van Allen didn't just set out to disrupt the sport. He just wanted to make golf more fun. And in the process, he built something new, Fling Golf, a game, a movement, and a community built on pure creativity. Now, we love shining the light on people who prove the best ideas don't need permission, just the courage to try. Garry, over to you, brother. Alexander is one of two people you nominated for the Creator Spotlight today. Why are we celebrating Alexander this morning on Mornings in the Lab?
So, if it weren't for Alex and my second pick, which is John Privilege, if it wasn't for those two gentlemen, I would not be here having this conversation with you right now. It's that simple. These two guys came together and have created something that is a complete shift in paradigm from what you might think is the norm. We all know what golf is, but golf has been exclusionary. Golf has been kind of that game that just pushes people away. Fling golf is that way to bring everybody back into the fold and just enjoying what the golf course is supposed to be, which is a retreat from the everyday. It is a way to enjoy nature. And, we would always talk about, back in the day, Samuel Colt made man equal with a revolver. Well, guess what? Alex helped make golfers equal with a fling stick.
Oh, I love it. Alexander, here's how it works, brother. We celebrated Garry Callis Jr. on the show a few weeks back. And then I did the same thing. I extended the invite through the camera like here to Garry. I said, Garry, I want you on my show, man. I want you to bring that. I think I even said, Garry, specifically, bring that flow to my show. And you did. You showed up. And now, Alexander, here's how it works. I've given Garry the light. And Gary's handing the light to you. We would love to have you on the show so you can take the creator spotlight and sign it on somebody in your world. for an upcoming episode of Community Corner so we continue paying it forward and shining these lights on these awesome human beings like yourself, Alexander, unlike some guy named Gary. Oh, yeah, Garry Callis Jr., the guy on the show today. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, thanks, Gary. Anyways, Alexander, we love to have you on the show, brother. Love to have you up. Gary, any final words for Alexander before we flip to the next one?
I'm thankful, man. If it wasn't for this guy, I wouldn't be here.
Oh, I love that. That's so profound, so profound. All right, Jimmy, let's get to the next one, brother. Let's do the next one here on the Creator Spotlight this morning on Mornings in the Lab.
Turning a backyard idea into a global sport isn't a solo act. It takes a leader who knows how to build, organize, and scale something brand new. That's the story behind Fling Golf's rise, and John Prulidge is the driving force behind its explosive growth. As president of New Swarm Fling Golf and commissioner of the World League, he's helped take the game from Shark Tank to courses everywhere. Mornings in the Lab is celebrating John Prulidge, the champion who's making space for new players, new energy, and a whole new community alongside Alexander Van Allen.
Dusty struggles. I might be good at Fling Golf. Hey, go look up Gary. Make a hook you up. Hook you up. Global naked peeps are kinky by nature. True story. Hey, every movement, not in the bathroom, guys. We're not talking bathrooms here today. Every movement needs a builder. Yes, someone who can take a spark and turn it into something lasting. Well, John Prulidge didn't invent Fling Golf, but he's the reason it's everywhere. It's ubiquitous now. President, commissioner, leader. He's helped grow this from an idea to a real living community, the kind that brings people in, not just for the game. Oh no, baby. But for the feeling of being part of something. Gary, the Fling Golf community has obviously played a big role in your life these last few years. I want to hear it, man. Why are we celebrating, besides the obvious, why are we celebrating John Prulidge this morning on Mornings in the Lab?
So, when I started playing Fling Golf about a year and 8 months ago, I wouldn't say had no idea what I was doing, but John really mentored me as far as how the game should be played, how to market myself, how to do better things in terms of, face-to-face kind of like social media stuff. I've always had experience with it, but not from that side. John took me under his wing when it came to that part of it. As of right now, I am a fully sponsored athlete with New Swarm Fling Golf. I honestly have not had to pay a tournament fee for a little bit, and that's because John has had my back. He has seen what I've tried to do in this community, and he's like, look, man, you're taking care of us, we're going to take care of you. That's awesome. I could not thank John enough for that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. John, here's how it works, brother. I'm going to do a new camera shot for this one. Yeah. So John Prulidge, love to have you on the show. Yep. Just like we invited Alexander. We had Gary on here. Gary celebrating Fling Golf. Love to have you on this show so we can celebrate you, Fling Golf, shine a light on this wonderful sport you're building, but more importantly, give you the Creator Spotlight so that you, John Prulidge, can shine the light on somebody within your community and keep building the largest men's community, the largest mornings community on Mornings in the Lab. So Prulidge, come on in the show. Gary, final words for Prulidge.
Appreciate you, brother. I will see you in 2 weeks.
All right. Okay, well, listen, Jimmy, let's go to the rapid fire. I see your comments there, Jimmy. All good. All right, so here's what we're going to do, Gary. We're going to do a rapid fire so we can get you out of here and on to your day. So I'm just looking for my buttons here, and it's going to sound just like this. Garry Callis, shuffle dancing or martial arts training if you had to choose just one?
Martial arts training, easy.
ESPN appearance or organizing your own tournament?
Shit.
Oh, shit wasn't the answer, Callis. Come on, brother.
Ooh, that's hard. Let's do ESPN.
Leading a dance floor or singing a clutch putt?
I don't know, man. Singing that putt's pretty damn nice.
Teaching someone to dance or teaching someone Fling Golf? What's harder?
Teaching someone to dance is hard.
And then, hey, if you had to choose ESPN or Mornings in the Lab, who are you choosing?
I'll take Mornings in the Lab. This is fun.
Yeah, baby. That's what you're going to say. There's a cut first. Jimmy, that's exactly a cut first. And then, Gary, the final closing question, brother, before I get you on with your day. You're in your prime. You're ranked 22nd in the world at your sport. You're running multiple businesses. And you're building communities in two completely different scenes. But strip it all away. When you're alone with your thoughts, Garry Callis Jr., you're alone. You're just hanging out alone in your thoughts. You're just kind of sitting back there thinking. Maybe after a long day of work or a tough tournament, what's the one truth? The one truth about yourself or about life that keeps you grounded and moving forward, even when the world tries to put you, Garry Callis Jr., in a motherfucking box?
I can't fit in that box. It's that simple. I have, too many, I have too many people looking at me for what I'm doing to let them down. I have, nieces, nephews. I have, siblings that I want to be a role model for. And even in my darkest moments, my motivation is to make people better versions of themselves. And that'll help me be a better version of myself, because then I can see what I create.
Love it. I can't fit in a box. Don't put me in a box. I don't belong in a box. Garry Callis Jr. So profound. Garry, dude, I know I had you for 30. I ended up getting 45 out of you. I'm so grateful for your time today. I'm so grateful for your wisdom. I'm so grateful for the conversation that you've started within the community. I'm so grateful for your words. I hope you'll come back. I hope you'll come back, hang out with us. I hope you listen to the show. I hope you tell your friends about the biggest morning show on the planet, growing right now every single day, right here on the Mornings in the Lab Live Network, 7:30 Eastern Time, Matt Roof, 8 o'clock, Keith Billis, John Anderson, and C. Marty Fit. And then at 9 o'clock, and then at 10 o'clock, get myself coming up for the AI show here in a few minutes. Garry, brother, I appreciate you, man.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. All right, Jimmy, let's walk Garry out of here. And Garry, I'll talk to you soon, brother. Talk to you a little bit later today, okay?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay, dudes, let's just, I am going to do some button pressing here. I always need music in my ears to reset the time stuff. Guys, we have been on fire today. You notice I've said we, you, nation, you guys are on fire today. Jimmy, I see the numbers, man. Holy farkers. Yeah, that's a new word I made up. Garry Callis Jr. dropping bombs, man. Jimmy, Melissa, we want to have Callis Jr. back anytime. Yep, true story. Love the guy's honesty. Love what he said. Love what he brings to the table. I love how we ended that whole thing. Don't put me in a box. That's good, man. That's so good. So profound. And so meaningful. So Callis Jr., you come back in. Listen, I would have had... thanks to Benka. Oh, yeah, Ben the Bun Benka is the one who introduced us to Callis Jr. The Ben the Bun Benka. That's who, I think it was, not Emily. Emily the Bun Benka, not Ben. Emily the Bun Benka introduced us to Garry Callis Jr. Okay, so here's how this works. We are now into the third hour of the show. We are now into this third hour called Inside the AI Lab with Keith Billis. Yeah, where I'm going to lean into my experience from the past, building a social media company. And Jimmy, if Garry's just sitting around, he can join me for the AI segment too. He's an AI guy. He does AI SEO. If Garry wants to hang out for a few minutes, he can come and join the conversation. We're going to talk. I'm just looking at my notes here, guys. Just give me a few minutes here to get it set up here. I promised you yesterday. I'm going to back it up. So last week, this was a 2-hour show. On Friday last week, we were working on our third hour, and I said to Melissa and Jimmy, I'm like, yeah, we're going to start our third hour. And I said, we're going to start Monday, which was yesterday. And we were not prepared at all yesterday. So some of you are going, but then why did you start? It's because I wasn't waiting for one day. I wasn't waiting for someday. I just wasn't going to wait for next week. So I said to Melissa and Jimmy, we're going to get started on Monday, and we're going to get 1% better every single day. So yesterday, 100% winged the entire third hour. Like, I mean, fucking wing it. Yeah. Jimmy, I see your comments. If he wants to join us, if he has the time and he wants to hang around with me, we're going to talk AI for the next 30, 45 minutes, then he's more than welcome to. But I know he's not here to wake up to hang out with Uncle Keith for the day. But if Garry Callis wants to talk about AI, okay, Garry, why don't you jump in here, brother? Let's have some.
I've got 10 minutes. I've got a meeting. I've got a meeting at about 10:20, but I've got 10 minutes.
Then let's have a conversation. So I'm going to do this. Take my glasses off. Get into a little bit of business mode here a little bit. Garry, you're an AI expert. I'm sorry, you were an SEO expert, and we are living in a world where AI is disrupting the world of SEO. I'm doing a ton of reading and a ton of learning, and I don't expect you to know my background, but I come from the world of social media and so forth, build a social media company. Let's talk about how SEO is being disrupted and moving into a world of generative engine optimization from SEO to GEO. Brother, bring your experience to the table. Let's have this conversation.
All right. So for full context, I just got brought on to Exponent 21 almost a month ago.
Yeah.
And I've had experience in social media marketing, all that good stuff, and now I'm learning more about SEO and how important that really is. And like I said in the comments, marketing is about the human experience. Period.
Yes.
If you're not utilizing psychology, if you're not understanding where your customers are in their buyer's journey, you're not going to capture that customer. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Whether it's, you're trying to sell them, I don't care if you're trying to sell them a bottle of water. If you're not catching them when they're thirsty, they're not going to buy your shit.
Yes.
So a lot of trends, especially in AI now, we're moving away from those 1 to 2 word keywords or segments. We're having full-scale conversations with ChatGPT, Perplexity, things like that.
Yes.
And so these things are becoming a lot more exact, a lot more, clear-cut as far as how this is going to be, how prompts in GPT are going to be giving you your answers. So we've got to learn to step away from those 1 to 2 word keywords.
So what are you saying to somebody who's waking up today and saying, I need to SEO my content? Are you saying yes, 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 and? Or are you saying yes, 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 but we're doing things differently?
No buts. All right, I'll give an example. If you're a 16-year-old kid,
yes,
you're just breaking into the content creator market. You're a big ass Kai Cenat fan, and you're like, yo, I'm trying to get where he's at. Don't be afraid to go into ChatGPT and just lay out your entire thought process, your entire plan. Don't just give me, how do I become a streamer? How do I become a content creator? Get away from that. Give GPT your entire spiel. I want to be a content creator because bullet point, bullet point, bullet point, bullet point. Go through that entire thing, and I promise you, the answer that you'll get from GPT is going to be so much more, not only fulfilling, but it'll plug every hole in the boat that you think is making you sick.
Do you think that, so my experience with this conversation is that, using your example, the human being is trying to do all the thinking, when in reality, what you want to be doing is prompting GPT to give you the results that you're trying to do yourself. And I think that's where humans kind of get it mixed up, which is, oh man, Gary told me I got to sit down today and figure out all the words and prompts and keywords that I need to use. No, actually, sit down with the GPT and have the GPT do it for you. Like, basically flip the script on the situation.
Mm-hmm. Exactly right.
Would you say that's the case to do?
That's exactly right. You can have GPT, cook your keywords for you. That's not a bad thing. Like, if I'm looking for, I don't know, top 5 gyms in the US, it's going to spit out a whole bunch of stuff, but it's not going to give you top 5 gyms for the workout that you need. If you're trying to work on arms, who knows? Maybe there's a gym somewhere that has specialized equipment for what you're trying to do. But for the basic prompt that you just gave, it's not going to give you that pinpoint answer that you want. You got to give it more.
We're talking AI with Garry Callis Jr. this morning. Gary joins us for the Community Corner segment, and Gary works for Gary. You were X21, is it called?
Exponent 21.
Yeah. What do you guys do, Gary?
So we specialize in AI SEO. As a matter of fact, here's the flex I'll give.
Tell me.
Go to Google, look us up. Live.
Yes.
Just go to Google and look up Exponent 21. You're gonna love what we do. As a matter of fact, I'll even take it a step further. Will Melton, who is the CEO of Exponent 21, is one of the foremost experts of AI SEO in the world. I'm gonna give him that 100%.
Wow, Gary, where are the generative engines these days getting their answers?
It's a mix. And again, I'm still in training for a good chunk of this stuff, so it's stuff I'm still learning.
Sure.
So the answers I give may not be like 100% the greatest thing in the world, but it's going to be based on what I've learned in my experience. A lot of these generative answers are going to be coming from, again, GPT, Perplexity, and a lot of other engines. But what I've started to learn, especially now when I'm helping out with businesses and blog posting and all that good stuff, because that's kind of what my job is right now at Exponent. It's a lot of people have no idea what they want.
Yes.
A lot of people have no idea as far as marketing, as far as whatever. A lot of people have no idea what the hell they want. And so from a marketing standpoint, it's really good to kind of steer them. Those keywords are supposed to steer them towards the things that they want. So you can advise people to create better prompts, they're going to get better answers. In one of the training articles that I had read to get my foot in the door for this job, I found a really big quote, and it's something that's going to stick with me the rest of my life. We are no longer in the age of search engines. We are in the age of answer engines.
100%. Yeah, 100%. I would even suggest to you further. I have a little experience in this as well, just through my days of marketing and digital marketing and building businesses. We live in right now what we're calling is the attention economy. Attention, right? AI is moving us into an intention economy, where the more content we create with AI and the more that we weave AI into our lives, we're going to be, I as a marketer and you as a marketer are going to be keying in the signals of I'm looking to my comments now, to B Drive's intentions, to Steve R's intentions, to Melissa's intentions, so that when Melissa is ready to make a purchase or make a decision, my intent is already in front of Melissa. Right. And that's what's powerful, right? So, and that's where I think people are somewhat, I mean, my choice of words, confused. I still see a lot of marketers, Gary, treating marketing and social media like it was 20 years ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
it hurts.
And I'm really encouraging it. That's why I've gone with this 3rd hour show, is that I really want to see people stop just making a post for making a post because they're wasting their time. Like, social media is a pro game now. It's fucking media. It's not post a picture of kids on Instagram and sit back and wait for a bunch of likes and hopefully life's going to be great. No, you're wasting your time. Like it's not that anymore, right?
No, it is not. You need to have a concise plan, even if it's just, understanding the ideal times to post, whether it's, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever. I don't care what, platform you're on. Know when to post, know your audience. I'm, of course, in the golf world as well as the electronic dance music scene. And so I have 2 completely different scenes I have to cater to with 2 different tastes. Yeah. So I have to be cognizant of that. But I also know, too, if you don't rock with me, then you're not the audience I want.
And there's nothing wrong with that, is there? And sometimes
nothing.
It's exactly. It's okay to not be liked by everybody, which is the point. All right, Gary, listen, I asked you to jump in for a few moments, and I'm glad that you did. I thank you for your time. I'm going to let you get on. I would get on with your day. I'm going to keep the show going here. I got a bunch of news topics to throw on the table we're going to get into for this 3rd hour of Mornings in the Lab. Gary, have a good one, bro.
You too. All right. Take care.
Jimmy, we'll walk him out of here. We'll keep it show rolling, guys. I'm going to look down in the comments here, guys. I see your comments, and I'm going to get to them right now. John Petruccelli, a great show. I actually want to try some fling golf. Yes, I would encourage you to connect with Garry Callis Jr. He'll get you set up with that. Petruccelli, thanks for joining us in the show here today. Yes, Lady Drew's calling us out. Jimmy, let's put the phone number up. 431-300-3005. We got Lady Drew, who, and guys, you guys are going to notice, you guys spend time in our community. We got our pillars. We got B Drive, Bernard, who has an incredible bee channel. If you guys like bees, beekeeping, the whole idea of beekeeping and listening, look, you want merch? Guys, you want merch. Any of you looking for store for merch? Bernard, one of the members in the Mornings Lab community, is a merch guy. True story. Yeah, go see Bernard for that. He can help you with that as well. And you guys want to learn about bullshit? Go hang out with John Petruccelli. I think Petro's got a book coming out. John Petruccelli, one of our guests, he's the professor of bullshit. True story. He's also in the community here as well. And we got Global always in the community as well. The creators I know of online are learning and updating new programs for new tech. Tomorrow will be a new upload of tech. Yeah, just looking at some of the comments here along the way. All right, and B Drive is going to go feed his bees. What do you feed the bees, Bernard? What do you feed the bees? And actually, true story. Do you just go, and I'm actually going to be a stupid question, but do you just like throw a bunch of like pollen or flowers? Like, I'm just kind of curious. I don't know. Anyways, okay, let's get into the news segment on the show here on the third hour here. We're going to dig into some of these topics here today. OpenAI, ChatGPT, which I'm predicting, guys, maybe GPT-5 is coming this Thursday. Yep, I think maybe this Thursday. They tend to drop things on Thursdays. It is the first week in August. They said they were going to drop GPT-5. And you do not feed the bees. No, I was just curious. I didn't know how that worked. So maybe we can learn. Maybe Uncle Keith can learn about feeding the bees. Anyways, OpenAI is introducing digital wellness features, break reminders, and nuanced advice. Hey, Jimmy, yesterday we were talking about this segment of the show. We were like, we got to do more than just talking head. Yes, I know. We all just don't want to see Uncle Keith's head on the screen for this whole time. So, but today, because we're only... Well, actually 2% better now, because yesterday we were 1% and today we're 1%. So we're 2% better than we were on Friday. And you know what I love about this? Just burping away here. You know what I love about this? A lot of people are waiting to start. A lot of people, I'm gonna get my podcast. What? I'm gonna get my podcast started. No podcast, live shows. Yep. The Mornings Lab Live Network. Some of you are waiting to start your shit. I'm like, no, we're gonna get started. We started yesterday. We're here today. We're 2% better than we were yesterday. But hey, listen, OpenAI is introducing digital wellness features. So they're going to implement some significant changes to ChatGPT to promote better, healthier usage patterns, including gentle break reminders during extended sessions and more nuanced advice on sensitive personal topics. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. To those of you that might be using ChatGPT, I remind you, there is a way to turn off your chats to make them private and so forth because of some of the breach that happened this last week. The company collaborated with over 90 physicians and is forming an advisor group to refine these features. Now, what they're doing, guys, is they're essentially putting wellness features into ChatGPT. Love it. The move represents a fascinating pivot in the AI industry. What ChatGPT and OpenAI and Altman and the gang is essentially admitting that addiction, Yep, it is. Addiction-style engagement isn't their goal. Unlike when we created these devices and we created the apps on them, right? Which is revolutionary in the tech landscape built on capturing attention. You know, we talk about attention on the show. We talk about intention, talk about the world of AI. Well, and I got to tell you, from my experience building ICUC, I know that these sustainable business models require healthy user relationships, not just maximum engagement. It's balance, absolutely in balance, right? And the signal that OpenAI is putting on the table is that they're thinking long-term about user trust and regulatory pressure. And again, I think we often think too short-sighted, right? Sell device, get them into the app. Sell device, get them into the app. Get them hooked, get them hooked, get them hooked. But the reality is, I want them for a long time, not a short time. Would you ever have somebody using your device or your app or your solution and then burning out 3 months in, not using it again? No. So it's good to see ChatGPT and OpenAI moving into a world of digital wellness, which we absolutely subscribe to here in the lab. All right, guys, YouTube, where we broadcast our channel. Guys, here's the question for you guys, especially my business owners on the show here today. Why don't you guys have a YouTube channel? True story. Have you thought about having a YouTube channel? You thought about creating a YouTube channel? Are you scared of creating a YouTube channel? Maybe scared is the wrong word, Jimmy, Melissa. Maybe it's more about intimidated. Maybe you're intimidated about starting a YouTube channel. Well, first of all, I can help. Matt Roof can help. That's a true story. But secondly, perhaps it's not as imposing as you think. Well, YouTube has just broken the swear jar. Creators like me, we can monetize videos with profanity in the first 7 seconds. Guys, I got to tell you, when I first started the show, looking at the YouTube rules, they had a lot of rules what we could and could not do. And one of the rules that they have relaxed is their profanity policies, now allowing creators to earn full ad revenue on videos containing strong language within the first 7 seconds. So, B-Drive, Lady Drew, anybody in my community that want to start a fucking YouTube channel, you can start it off by just being yourself, just swearing away. And I'm not suggesting you guys are swearers, but I'm just saying. Because this change by YouTube is driven by the advertiser targeting advancements that allow brands to specify their comfort level with profanity and titles and thumbnails. Now, here's the thing, guys. Titles and thumbnails, still going to be restricted. And I'll tell you guys, I invested in a business. I was doing some business with a fellow who had a company. It was interesting shit. And he was challenged with that title because people were concerned. Not people. YouTube was concerned about that title. Dusty Struggles. I can help you. That here's the thing, Dusty Struggles. If you're in business today, whether you're in business or on a side business or on a side hustle, and you plan on being alive for the next 5 years, just saying. I don't know why you wouldn't start. Don't start a website. If you're going to start a website, start a YouTube channel instead. Think about that. Global. There are ChatGPT wiki pages that will emphasize native history so a bias can be made and found. Yes. I got to be honest with you, Global. That's why I'm thoroughly appreciative. There's the keyword of what Grok has in the market. Trying to have no bias, which could hopefully drive conversations. But I will tell you guys, this YouTube shift on the monetizing of the idea of, yes, you can say the 7. I don't know. No, Dusty. It's you can swear. No, I'm actually not bald. Bing, bing. I got a lot of hair here. Here, I'll throw you guys. There we go. All right, so Bing Bing, I got a flow happening over here that I'll throw off you. If you like that flow, I'll just bring it up. I do got the receding hairline now that I don't mind, actually. I am thinning on top. But here's the reality, guys. We are talking AI, but we're talking hair right now because Bing Bing wants to talk about hair. Bing Bing, are you bald under the hat? No, I'm not bald, man. I got a lot of flow. Jimmy, check out the flow, man. Just fucking flowing away. Woo, baby. Yeah, it's just nice and healthy flow. Oh, fuck. I just love the flow. Yeah, I'm rocking it for sure. I do have hair, Bing Bing. A lot of hair, Bing Bing. Like tons of hair. Look at it. Just fucking flowing away, man. Yeah. But hey, when I'm doing the show, I got to be in character. I got to put the glasses on. I got to put the hat on. I got to be in character. So, but all truthful side here, my balls, Bing Bing, your balls are bald. Jimmy, hold on, nation. Hold the fucking horses. Bing Bing, hold the horses, man. Hold them. Yes, your balls. Nation. Bing Bing's balls are bald. You've heard it here first on Mornings in the Lab with Keith and everybody. Bing Bing's balls are bald, and he's here to celebrate it here on the show. Bing Bing, if you ever want to come on and show those bald balls, we'd love to have you here on the show sometime. And James, free Diddy. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know if we want a free Diddy. I don't know. Do you want a free Diddy? Do I? Maybe. Yeah, there we go. Global, yes. Head hairline analysis complete. You are getting older. It's funny. I need a new liner in my pool. And then I was reminded yesterday that my pool's 12 years old. I'm like, holy fuck. I'm actually old. Yeah, 12 years. But anyways, guys, I got back to the YouTube thing. Here, Lady Drew enjoys bald balls. I know, Lady Drew, I had a suspicion, Lady Drew, somewhere along the way, that you might enjoy bald balls. Yeah, true. And we're not Bing Bing here. We will enter severe economic crash in September. Yes. Yeah. So you know what? Here's the thing, Bing Bing. I've learned that YouTube doesn't like when I use certain words. So I'm going to be, so it's fun. I was talking with Melissa about this. I'm going to be creative. So there's this fellow who's running this fictional country in the world who is responsible for protecting different countries and different pedophilias that are bankrupt. So Bing Bing, I know you can appreciate my fun I'm having with you there. YouTube doesn't like when I talk about certain things on the show here, so I'm just being somewhat creative with my language. But guys, I want to get back to the YouTube thing. Is that when I was starting ICUC and running ICUC, true story, I was working with a lot of big brands, and the biggest brands in the world, and they were so nervous around authentic expression, advertiser comfort, as well as censorship. And what beat out in the long run in those early days is that real beats perfect, right? And I'm going to suspect that YouTube and the rest of the world is accepting that as well, right? So speaking of, I read not the Parkinson effect. No, there's another effect which humans have gone through, which is this idea of how we've become more comfortable with with accepting privacy rules or accepting how society changes with sharing of information. We're gonna get to that a different day, but this reminds me very similar to YouTube dropping this. No, you guys can swear, but we don't want you putting the bad stuff on the thumbnails. All right, so oh yeah, look at that, Jim. Look at that. I always promised you guys. a little behind the scenes. So I'm going to display behind the scenes. So Uncle Keith's been going at it here for 2.5 hours, and Uncle Keith's bladder is dancing inside of him right now. So Uncle Jimmy there, little Jimmy. Sorry, Jimmy. Little Keith, little Jimmy. I know that somebody's like, oh no, we can't do hype jokes. Come on, Global. All kidding aside. So here's what we're gonna do. Yeah. I got a restroom just around the corner over there. We have a fun commercial that some of you may or may not have seen. I don't know, maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. So Jimmy, let's run that commercial. I'm going to go do a little pee break, and I'll be back, and we'll keep the show rocking here with Mornings in the Lab with Keith. In this special
5 a.m. Venice Beach, while most people are hitting snooze.
I'm trying to find my inner peace, right? Then Keith drops this bomb about corporate culture that's so brutally honest, it shattered my chakras.
My creativity exploded. I'm telling you, just one simple mindset shift, not 2, not 3, not 4, 1.
Like, where else are you going to hear that level of raw truth at 8 a.m.? Nowhere.
Ears up, everybody. Listen, I know we don't eat fast food crap on this show, but I thought I would call out America's unhealthiest fast food chain. So as we're all driving around in the Mornings in the Lab community. Oh, did I say the community?
They say it's a show for men. Believe me not. It's for everyone. True motherfucking story.
But Johnny, I got some revealing stuff, man, and I'm excited to talk to you today about Warren Buffett.
Yeah, dude, I heard that. I'm excited to talk about that too. And I love the fact you said it's not his fucking diet, because Jesus Christ, he definitely doesn't pay attention there.
What do they talk about? Fitness, lifestyle, wellness, sleeping, nutrition. They talk about everything. Information and entertainment to help you live with kindness and positive energy.
All right. God damn it. Let's get this yoga started. You know how I like to keep things simple? This isn't simple.
Y'all showing up for a handsome dude? Well, he's here. Welcome to Mornings in the Lab with Keith and Friends. You got your host. That's me. Yeah, I'm the host.
Hey, you nutty little son of a bitch, I might be stuck.
Trust me, you won't be disappointed. They are on at 8 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube.
Good morning, everybody, on the biggest morning show on the planet. We're talking business mindset today, from nothing to something, from zero to millions. We're back at it inside the lab with your host, Keith Billis, inside the AI lab, our third hour. I love when people see me in the scroll, see our channel in the scroll, like Webb. Hey, Webb, I'm talking to you. And I love that they pause their day. I just love it. And they open up their phone and they intentionally write a thoughtful text. It just shows how smart some humans are. So for example, Webb, WTF is this stupid shit? Man, like Nation, Bernard, Dusty, Lady Drew Global. That might be the most profound comment today on the show. Melissa, I think we have to frame this comment from Webb. Webb, you might go into the comment Hall of Fame. I'm actually, Lady Drew, don't you agree? Lady Drew, do you not agree that might be the most profound comment on the entire world? WTF is this stupid shit? So, Webb, I would invite you to phone me right now, 431-300-3005. Would love to have a conversation with you so I can explain to you, this stupid shit that you are now a part of. True story. So why don't you call me? 431-300-3005, Webb, just for you. And you know what? If you don't want a phone, I will get your text. I will, because maybe you don't have words. Maybe you don't have a voice. Maybe it's easier for you to hide behind your keyboard just to leave a message here for us. I'm just thinking. I don't know. Just saying out loud. So Webb, would love for you to bring your profound knowledge to the show today so we can talk about WTF is this stupid shit. Oh, whew. so profound, so profound, so profound on Mornings in the Lab, on Inside the AI Lab this morning on the Mornings in the Lab live network. All right, guys. Hey, you guys still use Google? Yeah, I do. True story. But they also have a new product called Gemini, right? Which is their AI model. Yeah, Melissa, tell Webb to calm down. Yeah, I think Webb's just too excited with that comment. That just might be the best comment ever. Anyway, so Google has released Gemini DeepThink, right? It is potentially a model that is outperforming OpenAI's model. Now, again, you guys hear me say that I think GPT-5 is launching this Thursday. Well, last Friday, I think it was Friday, over the weekend, Google launched DeepThink. Now, DeepThink is apparently, perhaps, might be the best AI model on the planet. Or not. Here's the thing, right, is that they're all being measured here, left and right, measured all over the place. And I know one of the measurements happens, you might debate, Elon about Grok. But DeepThink achieved almost 35% on, oh, man. Yeah, microphone pack just fell out. Yeah, I know haters are going to hate, Dusty. I love it. I love when haters hate. That means we're doing the right stuff, as we talked about with Garry Callis Jr. But it was DeepThink. DeepThink achieved a 35% humanity last exam on Live Code Bench, outperforming AI's Grok and OpenAI's O3. And it's available to you guys if you guys are paying members of the of Google Gemini, and it's out making its way to the market along the way. Hold on a second here, guys. Just getting a message from Jimmy. When you can, yeah, there we go. Hey, did you guys see the opener today? Craziness happening on the show, man. I don't know what the hell's going on here. As you guys know, we're building a brand new media company powered by AI. And we're trying some really cool things, doing some really neat things.
Watching this and still not calling? What are you waiting for, brother? That line's open, Chair. 1-431-300-3005.
Text it. Call it. Leave a damn voicemail if you gotta. I check every one.
No excuses. You got something to say? Say it. 1-431-300-3005.
Yes. We're keep plugging away here. Blat shit crazy. Keep plugging. We're getting after it. You guys can join the live conversation. 431-300-3005. There's John AI making an appearance. He is always in the background. Yeah, guys, this morning on the show, we ran our regular opener. Getting after it, was supposed to get into the lab. David Meltzer was in the show here earlier this morning. And then all of a sudden, these Mornings family shows up. I don't know what the hell's going on. Jimmy and Melissa are not saying very much. Nobody is saying much, actually. So I got to be honest, Nation. I'm going to be honest. Batshit, Global, Lady Drew. I don't know if they're fucking with me or I don't know if somebody's fucking with me, but there's some really cool AI content that is being created and that's being created right here in the lab. And it's been kind of freaking me out, actually. So, I would invite you guys to check some of that out, especially if you missed the top of the hour, man. I don't know where the hell that has come from. All right, creator power surge. Guys, influencer rates, influencers, creators, doubling as brands are pouring more than 30 to 40% more into influencer marketing. Yes. So influencer rates, people like apparently me and others that are doing this kind of stuff, advertiser rates have doubled from 2024. Marketing has gone from 30 to 40%. Major brands like Unilever planning to allocate half their marketing budgets to social channels. Hey, Maddie, we got to talk to Unilever. Quick turnaround campaigns, 2 weeks versus typical 6 weeks, now cost brands 50 to 100% more. The reason? Creators are increasingly charging for exclusivity and content usage rights. Only $10 billion in digital ad spend currently goes directly to creators, but predictions suggest 50% of global marketing spend will shift. Guys, leaning back into my past, we are witnessing, true story, I saw it before 15 years ago, it's happening again. A fundamental power shift is happening in the marketing ecosystem. Yeah, creators have moved from being the nice to haves to the essential for reach, and they are being priced accordingly. Here's the thing, that 50 to 100% premium for quick turnarounds, it allows those creators to understand their leverage that brands need more than they need anybody else, right? So I found this quite fascinating when I put this on the table. Again, I seen it from the past when I was growing ICUC. And global data is collected to influence you into the future. Global, you're right. You heard me talk about it before. We are living in an attention economy. That data is being sucked in, is being grabbed and analyzed to move our audience, all of us, towards an intention economy, so that when we are ready to purchase, our agents know our intent before perhaps we already do. So here's the question for you guys, nation. Here's the question for the community. And here's the question for somebody who's listening right now who maybe is not on the show. Are we seeing the end of traditional advertising as creators become the primary media channel? Well, I'm betting on it. And I'm not really betting on it, the end of it. But as you guys know, we're building the Mornings in the Lab live network here. And the vision here is to have a number of shows, all with live conversations that start in the morning. Morning conversation that matters. So, I also don't believe that life is linear. Life's a cycle. So it's hard to double negative. It's hard to not imagine a world where we wake up where the Unilevers, the Procter & Gambles, the Coca-Colas of the world are more like houses of personal brands, right? Where, those advertising houses are representing all these houses of personal brands instead of all of the big corporate brands that many of us grew up with along the way. Okay, continuing the show, rock and rolling here. Oh, I missed the call here. Who did we missed the call from on the hotline? Oh, hold on. We got a call coming in on the Mornings in the Lab hotline. We're going to do this right here, and I'm going to pull it up here. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. Who's this? This is Keith Bellis on Mornings in the Lab. Who's calling?
Hey, Keith, Lady Drew here.
Lady Drew is joining the show. Yes, Lady Drew. That is awesome, man. What's shaking, Lady Drew?
Well, not me. I'm sitting down, but I'm not shy. I came out from behind my keyboard, honey.
I love it. I love it.
How's everybody doing?
Lady Drew joining us. Lady Drew, you're in Florida, aren't you?
No, I moved from Florida to Wilkesboro, North Carolina about 2 years ago.
Oh, yes, I knew that. I'm sorry. I know that you're in North Carolina. Yeah.
Oh, no need to be sorry unless we live here. We got to all get more great people out here and have a blast.
That's awesome, man. Oh, man, I'm so happy right now. Melissa, I'm so happy right now. You guys can see my big smile on my face. I got a big smile on my face. I love when the community joins the show here. This show is for all of us, right? You guys heard my rant yesterday. I create the show for all of us. Lady Drew, what do you got hey, take a moment to plug yourself. What do you got going on today, Lady Drew?
Well, I don't have a gentleman, so I can't be plugged right now. Just enjoying life, enjoying my 4 children, which are 3 dogs and a cat, and enjoying your show as always. And just wanted to say hello, everybody, and glad that we're all having a great time today. This is one of the busiest shows I've seen since I've joined you guys.
It is a crazy show today, Lady Drew, isn't it? It's just a lot of fun, a lot of action, a lot of with some great guests, great conversation, a lot of goodness happening in the community for sure. Hey,
it's fantastic. People are communicating while they're on the show. I think it's fantastic.
Yes. Hey, what kind of dogs do you have, Lady Drew?
I have a Shiznese, which is part Pekingese, part Shih Tzu. I have a Chihuahua. Then I have an English Bulldog Terrier mix, and most people call them pit bulls.
That's awesome. And you got cats too.
Then I have a Russian blue Siamese cat.
That's so spectacular. I have an English Bully and a Pomeranian, so I can relate to your English Bulldog stubbornness.
Oh, yeah. I love life. I love wild and domestic animals. And, I'm an activist for all domestic wildlife, the earth, the universe, the whole 9 yards. I am busy in everything.
I love it. Hey, Lady Drew, what was your highlight of today's show today?
What was my highlight?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's hard to tell because I love everything about your show, and I think the people are wonderful, and I just want everybody to have a happy, healthy, safe, and successful life, and always exercise, eat healthy, and drink healthy, and be the best you can be.
Awesome. Well, Lady Drew, I appreciate you taking the time to pause your day and join our day. Scott Benzie coming in saying, morning, Lady Drew. And Lady Drew, I thought you'd have some fun with my comment there with that really profound statement from Webb, which was, WTF is this shit? So listen, Lady Drew, you can see me looking at you. I appreciate you pausing your day, joining the live conversation. And all of you guys can join it as well. 431-300-3005. We got another one coming in right now as well. Let's join it. Let's see what it is here. Good morning. This is Mornings in the Lab with Keith and Friends. Who's this? Who's this?
Michael, Global.
Global, yes. What's going on, Michael? Global, what's shaking? This is awesome, man. Global, where are you joining me from today, brother?
West Virginia.
Yes. Global hanging out with us every day here on the show, a founding member of the community. And Global, what's been your favorite part of the show today?
Well, the diversity, where you are able to get serious, get funny, increase the vibration and lower it, interact. So it's a variety of vibrations, perhaps.
Yeah, well, you heard our conversation with David Meltzer on the show today is about frequency, right? So I'm gonna take what you said as a compliment, because I'm gonna take that as a host. I believe I'm good at leaning into the different frequencies that are around us on the show and moving my energy into the direction of where the audience wants to go or our guest wants to go, and as well as the comments want to go. So I'm going to take your words as a compliment, Global.
Yes.
Awesome. How did you find our show, brother?
First-time caller, long-time listener.
Yeah. Hold on. I got a button for that, because we are literally now on old school radio. First-time caller, long-time listener. We got Global joining us from West Virginia today. So damn awesome. Hey, Global, how did you find our show?
I would believe the algorithm probably sent me there. I searched the YouTube daily for a decade, and your show showed up. So it was accidental.
Nice. And you have made it back on a daily basis. Lady Drew, I appreciate you joining as well. Lady Drew, I dropped your call to bring in Globals. You guys are awesome, man. You guys have made my day. I'm so excited that you guys are taking some time to call in. Mike, what do you do on a day-to-day basis, man? Like, what do you like? What pays the bills, Mike?
Probably kindness. My bills are paid by my sponsor, so I have other people in my community. Nice. And I basically don't have any responsibilities, let's say. Nice.
Well, thank you for sharing that. And I didn't want to put you on a spot there, so I'm really thank you for sharing that with us this morning. And we got and as you know, we got Matt Roof joining me here in the comments here this morning, because we know Matty starts his show at 7:30 Eastern time. Kindness Rising, and I know I've seen you there as well, Global, on Matty's show, which starts at 7:30 Eastern time right here on the Mornings in the Lab live network. Hey, Global, just taking a step back, you I got to be honest, man. I really enjoy your comments. I really enjoy how profound they are. I really enjoy how thoughtful they are. I hope you don't stop. I hope you don't stop being you. And I hope you don't stop challenging assumptions and challenging the things we talk about here on the show. Because I hope as you continue to get to know me, I don't want us all to agree. I don't want us all to drink the yes Kool-Aid. I want us to have conversations that move the needle and move the frequency in different directions. So I hope you'll keep us honest, and I hope you'll keep showing up on a daily basis, Global.
Yes, I'm very excited about the future of this channel.
Awesome, man. I so appreciate you. Hey, any advice for me? I'm being frank, dude. I read your comments daily, and there's certain people you really lean into, and you enjoy their words and you enjoy their profoundness. Do you have any advice for old Uncle Keith today as he gets after it?
Oh, golly. No. No. Well, although some people get views with showing their pets.
Showing their pets.
There's an animal lover. Yeah.
Oh, but you know how I get views? I get views by showing my shoulder. Yeah, it's just my shoulder. That's what I do, Mike. That's what I do. I show my shoulder. Yeah. Anyways, Global, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you hanging with me here on the show. I'm really grateful that you've paused your day to phone the show and join the conversation live with me. I hope you'll do it again now that you've done it once. I hope you're like, yeah, save this phone number on your phone. And, tomorrow or any other show we got going on, come on and say hi to John. Come on and say hi to Marty. And come on and say hi to these awesome guests along the way. But I'm going to let you go. And I'll keep seeing you in the comments. And I'll see you along the way. How does that sound, brother?
Very good. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thanks, Global. All right, Global joining us from West Virginia today. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Melissa, Jimmy, is this crazy or what? Maddie Roof, is this crazy or what? I don't know. Something's happened here this summer here where the community has come alive here on the Mornings in the Lab live network here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Johnny, and friends. Here's how our show programming works. The Mornings in the Lab live network starts every single day at 7:30 Eastern time. Yeah, we start with Matt Roof, Kindness Rising. A reason to get out of bed with kindness. True mother story. Yeah. And then once you're feeling kind and warmed up, you got your cup of coffee, you're moving, you stay in the same space, and all of a sudden Uncle Keith and the gang shows up at 8 o'clock Eastern time, and we move your walk into an accelerated energy. Oh, yeah. And then we get after for 2 hours in the lab with myself and Johnny and Marty. And then come 10 o'clock Eastern time, we get into Inside the AI Lab, this segment we are in right now, which clearly is all about community, AI, business, and all about you. Hey, Jimmy, ears up, brother. I noticed that we did not get to a topic on that second hour, I should say, which is talk first, win fast, the secret power of live conversations. So maybe if you can get that set up, we probably can go to that segment. I can lean into it, and it might be a good way to wrap up the show here today, which is our expertise, live conversation, and what we are putting on display here today, our ability to have live conversations, create community, engage community, for a place for everyone to start their day right here on Mornings in the Lab, on Inside the AI Lab, right now on Mornings. Jimmy, let's run it, brother.
What if the difference between the men who get promoted, close more deals, and build stronger relationships versus those who don't comes down to a single factor that most guys completely overlook? Every day, while you're crafting the perfect email or waiting for the right moment to respond, other men are capturing the success you're missing. Recent studies reveal that men who master one specific communication approach consistently outperform their peers by massive margins. The research shows measurable differences in career advancement, relationship satisfaction, and goal achievement. The solution isn't about working harder or being smarter. Today, we're diving deep into the science of winning through strategic engagement. Let's unlock your edge.
Hey guys, true story coming up here. I just see Benzi's comment there. No, not Benzi's, Dusty Struggles comment. Dusty, 3 hours went fast. Yeah, tell it to my head. I had a confession to Jimmy and Melissa yesterday. I said, holy shit, third hour is hard. It's hard. And I'm not complaining by any stretch. No, I'm having the most fun. But I want to frame it out. You know, when you strive to create good content for your community and you strive to make the hard look easy, it's hard, right? And for me, yesterday's new third hour, entertaining, engaging, empowering, but most importantly, you guys, making sure I'm adding value. I don't just want to be some fucking dude talking for the sake of talking. I want to be somebody who's adding value to your lives. So yesterday's third hour was hard because I felt like I was not adding the value I could have. So I worked hard yesterday with Jimmy, Melissa, and the gang to make today's hour better. And I think we are 1% better than we were yesterday. So Dusty, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate the 3 hours because they did go fast. And like I said, it's only hard because I care. And it's only hard because I want to make greatness for you guys. And it's only hard because I want to inspire all of you guys to run towards what's hard. So speaking of hard, you know what's hard? Oh, Roofy, get your mind out of the gutter. Jimmy, get your mind out of the gutter. I know you guys are all thinking what's hard. Lady Drew, I know you're thinking on this one. You're going to answer my question. Oh, Keith, what's hard? Me, baby. I'm fucking hard. No, you know what's hard? I'll tell you what's hard. Lady Drew, bald balls. Baby elephant, wood. Yes, wood is hard too. Wood is absolutely hard. But you know what's hard? To be 1%. To be the one motherfucking percent. Yeah. Everybody wants to be the 1%, but they're happy with just being the other 99% because they don't know how to get to the 1%. Well, in the world of marketing, I'm going to ask you guys a question. If your wallet is open and you're looking to buy, don't you just want to talk to somebody and buy? Yeah. Like, don't you just want, okay, here, I want to buy something. Okay, well, doesn't buying something constitute a live situation? Whether it is a live conversation or a live interaction, it's not recorded. It's not edited. It's not wait until I'm ready. No, it's live. And let me ask you this. Have you ever been on a website, Nation, where live chat helped you right away? I know you all have. Or you made a phone call to somebody because you're like, I got to talk to an agent, and that live person helped you right away. Well, did it change your impression of the brand? Did it change your impression of your experience? And why do you think that people still default to email when real-time tools are available? Well, so it makes me curious. Humans love and like to communicate. Yet so many of us, so many people today still lean into recorded podcasts on demand. That to me is the problem with the someday, one day I'll do it tomorrow culture. No, have a live conversation. Sell something live. Get in front of your community live. Start the conversation live. Set the conversation live. We live in a digital world, you guys. Your conversation is going to be recorded. It will turn into an on-demand experience. But the reality is there are still people looking for live conversations, live experiences, live abilities to communicate with somebody. Yes, I'm looking over here at Corey Expert live right now. What did Lady Drew say on the show here 8 minutes ago? What was it, 9? Wow, look at all the engagement on the show because we're live. Guys, when I was going to ICUC, you guys remember Dancing with the Stars? Oh, it's frolic time with Uncle Keith. I only frolic when I'm happy. I only frolic when I'm happy. Yes, I'm happy right now. But do you guys remember Dancing with the Stars? It was live. It is live. Uncle Keith was moderating those comments on the bottom of the screen back in the early days of Dancing with the Stars. I know live. Look at today's show. So many people I got 1,000 downloads on my podcast. Good for fucking you. How many minutes did it listen to? Oh, I don't know. But I got 6,000 downloads. Oh yeah, I just bought them. Just like 50 Cent bought Ja Rule's tickets to his concert. I just bought them. Yeah. Hey, Corey Expert, what's up, Keith? Wow, loving your vibe. Real podcast worth energy. I'm building a space where we could trade tips and ideas off stream. Would be dope to link on Discord. Boom, boom, Corey Expert. Wow. Live. It's hard, but so meaningful, so rewarding, so community building. Look at the last 3 hours on this show. If this was a podcast, do you think we're connected? Do you think Lady Drew's connected to Global? Do you think Bernard is connected to Scott Benzie? Do you think Uncle Keith is hanging out with all these awesome humans in the community, like Young Conquer and I'm looking at all the names of my community right now. No, because all those experiences wait for one day, someday, not live. So, guys, if you're in business and you are starting, or you're starting a business, or you're in the middle of a business, and in a world of AI, listen. You guys have seen this craziness happening on our show. Like I got some John AI person. My mom showed up. My mom, Jimmy. Who the fuck is making my mom? I don't know, man. And then I wake up the show this morning for my opener, and my opener is interrupted by this mornings family. What the fuck, man? I'm telling you. You know, Roofy talks about it. Yeah, which is live is easy to start, hard to do every day. True story. But that's how you become a 1%. And here's the thing. I got a confession for you guys in the community. If you guys are all wondering where you can invest your time and invest your energy, you can do it right here. I got a promise for all of you motherfuckers. Yeah, I'm calling you all motherfuckers, my community members, our community. I got a promise for you guys. As long as I'm awake, as long as I'm alive, I will be here. True story. Soul John Anderson. It's my commitment to you. So if you are looking to invest your time in a business, in a community, in a space that is growing right in front of your eyes, I invite you to do it right here on Mornings in the Lab, the Mornings in the Lab Live Network. I will be here every single day to get up with you guys. Whether I'm here in Manitoba, whether I'm somewhere on the planet, because I'm looking to get out here soon, I will be here. Why? Because I got to get up. And that is what blows my fucking mind away when I talk to people, when Matt talks to people about, hey, yeah, I'm just going to start a podcast one day, or my business isn't going very well. Did you wake up today? Yeah. Once we start a live conversation. You don't got to put on a show. That's what we do here. You don't got to make it 3 hours. You can do 30 minutes. But guys, have the live conversation with your audience. Watch the magic happen. You know what? I'll tell you guys something. When I was growing ICUC, and I had a BlackBerry, one of the first 4 BlackBerries in Manitoba. True story. I grew my business. I beat all my competitors because I was responding to emails back in the early days of always on email. And I know you guys listening right now are like, what are you talking about? Always on email. Yeah, well, it's just like back in the day when BlackBerry was around. So back in the day when BlackBerry first came out, your email was attached to your desk. I remember the marketing, you guys. It was, yeah, take your email with you. People are like, what? Take your email with you? Yeah, take your email with you. And now we just take it for granted. Well, the reality was when I was growing my company in the early days, live is what set me apart. How? Because I was responding to people in real time when they emailed me. I'll never forget the story. Coca-Cola sent me an email. I was on my couch watching American Idol, and they were looking for a proposal. They sent that to me at the beginning of the show. By the end of that episode of American Idol, I'm dating myself now, they had the proposal done, responded in their inbox. And I remember that person saying to me the next day, saying, were you waiting for my email? Like, were you just live sitting there waiting? I'm like, no. I just believe that if you're standing there and your wallet is open, then you're looking to buy. Back to live. Here's an offer for the nation. Here's an offer for all of you. You guys want to sell something? Let's try something. Let's try something. Live shopping is big in Asia, but not big here in North America just yet. So maybe we do a live shopping show. Maybe we do a live channel. So if you want to sell something, we can try it out. Be a guest on the show, bring your product up here, and you flaunt it. You flock it. You share it with the world. Let's think about it. Let's talk about it on a future episode of Inside the AI Lab on Mornings in the Lab. Okay, coming up to the end of the third hour here, I'm going to search on rocking and rolling out of here. I'm going to put my attention from here to down here into the comments. Let's see here. Bernard's plugged in now. Yes, Bernard, you are always plugged in. Bernard, if you guys don't know me, huge fan of Bernard, then you guys aren't paying attention. All right, hey, Lola's here. Remember I was talking about my dog and how my dog's adjusting to the third hour? She's like, Dad, you're still down here? I'm like, yeah, I am. I'm going to get a camera. I'm going to get a Lola cam so I can point it on her in the lab here because she's looking for me. She's like, where the fuck are you? You're an hour late. I'm like, no, I got the third hour show. Into the comments, Bernard's plugged in. Scott Benzie, better conversations here than with worldly hit snooze type people. I agree. Yeah, those that are snoozing are making podcasts. Yeah, those that are snoozing are making podcasts. There you go. There's your hook. There's your soundbite. Because if you're a podcaster, you're probably a snoozer as well. You're probably behind me. Actually, not probably. You are behind me. Sorry, I'm just calling it out. Yeah. And we got Lady Drew, always video call the ones you have, love, and care. Global, instructional, informative, and infamous. The show is not a monotone, but serious and uplifting, exciting, flowing. Thank you, Global. Scott Benzie, Brother John and Brother Marty, and Matthew Roofy, live is easy to start. Yes, we got off to that one there. And Global, I have searched YouTube for a decade, and production and quality of show is excellent and modern. That's what we're trying to do here every single day. And I promise you guys this, tomorrow is going to be 1% better than today. We're still struggling to get all the news segments out. We just are so active on the show, right? So, and then we got Kindness Rising. Matthew coming back, always planning to do the show for other locations, but I'll be here 7:30 Eastern time. Yes, you guys know where to find him. And Global, my economics is taken care of for me. My life is decided daily with no obligations except upkeep of the house and the dog. Never been different. Global, that is awesome, man. That is awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. Okay, so let's see. Johan Karazian, Bernardo, I don't know you. Welcome to the show. Jorhawian Karazian. Jim, the community is pretty active right now, so we're going to keep this conversation going. Michael Lazar, I'm driving Ailes. Yes, where are you driving? Michael, why don't you Michael, Jimmy, phone number up. Michael, why don't you call me right now? 431-300-3005. I want to hear where you're driving. If you're in your car, you can probably phone from your car. 431-300-3005. Would love to meet you. Would love to hear where you are driving. Michael Lazar, 431-300-3005. I'll bring you into live conversation with you right now. B-Drive, now I know why my service is lagging. Devil is attacking me during this part for a reason. We got Global coming in. Was going to make a list. I would love to see your list, Global. Want to keep hearing your feedback. My goal is to keep making the show better for all of you guys. So that only happens with feedback from you guys. And Lady Drew, love your comments, man. I know you're always domestic. Oh, here we go. We got the phone lines ringing, Jimmy. Let's bring him up here. Good morning. Good morning. Mornings in the lab. Is this Michael Lazar? Hold on. Is this Michael Lazar? Good morning. Mornings in the lab. Who's this?
Michael Lazar.
Yes, Michael Lazar dialing in this morning live on the show. What's going on, Michael? Where are you joining me from today, brother?
Good, man. I actually just dialed that out wrong. All I'm saying was I am watching the show, first time seeing it, and something clicked. How old is Joe?
You're breaking up there. What's that? Say that again, sorry, brother. Say that again.
Is deal something new because I just scrolling through and I found it, and it just feels something strong.
Yes, brother. So listen, you are on the biggest morning show on the planet. This is Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. We get after it every single day here at 8 o'clock Eastern time, Michael Lazar, and I'm glad you're dialed in. I want to personally take a minute to introduce you to the wonderful community growing here on the channel. Community, meet Michael Lazar. Doki Wipe, what's going on, Doki? I see your comments there as well in the community. Michael Lazar, I want to introduce you to everybody here. We got Bernard, we got Lady Drew, we got Global, we got Dookie, we got Melissa, we got an entire community of Michael Lazar that'll welcome you in here every single day. Michael, we talk business.
How long has this show been going?
Yeah, so we started the show, and I started this show March 11, 2024. We've really been taking off here over the last year or so. It is a brand new show. It is all about helping you get up, get after it, and hit your biggest, most audacious goals. Today we had David Meltzer on the show, formerly Jerry Maguire. We talked dad bods today, the hidden dangers of carrying that visceral fat in our bellies. And we talked about helping men get up and make some different decisions throughout the day. We talked about, how we pick our love partners in life and so forth. We have all different kinds of conversations on this show, Michael, about business, athletics, fitness. I bootstrapped the company and sold it for millions of dollars back as a younger chap. And my co-host, John Anderson, is a former world wrestling guy, a former world strongman, and also a former world bodybuilder, and he joins us. And we also have Marty, who's a former D1 division athlete. So every single day, Michael, for the first 30 minutes, we get into comments and content around current events and news. Second 30, we have a wonderful guest showing up on the show. Third hour, we get into some key topics of the show. And then on the fourth hour, we get into the community corner. I'm sorry, on the third hour, we get into AI conversations like we're having today. Although today's conversation has been very much leaning into the community, which is awesome, and so forth. So, Michael, what do you do for a living?
I'm a filmmaker, and I want to drink your blood right now because you've got me on fire. It shows really, you got a really good vibe going on,
dude. That's awesome. What kind of filmmaker are you?
Just make something fresh.
Yes. What kind of filmmaker?
I make movies. I make independent films. I'm an independent filmmaker.
Oh, dude, that is awesome.
I make films. You can watch all my movies. All my movies are on Tubi. I make action crime dramas, and I have a ball. I'm based in Las Vegas, and I love movies, and I love telling stories. And once in a while, I come across something that just pins my radar. And I don't know why. Even 2 seconds, I thought I was watching something fresh that's going to rip off.
Yes. Well, this is fresh, brother. This is a fresh experience you will not find. Michael Lazar, there is not a show on YouTube. There is not a morning show on the planet like Mornings in the Lab that you are experiencing right now. I'm extremely grateful for you being here today with us. And I got to be honest, brother, I'm not a filmmaker, but I'm an amateur filmmaker dabbler. I love making film. I love making creative content. I don't want to offend you with what I'm going to say next. I've been leaning into a lot of the AIs of the world to make some really great content. Michael, how can I find your content? Can I connect to you on LinkedIn? Can we connect on LinkedIn? I maybe have you as a guest on the show. I'd like to learn a little bit more about your content.
You can put my name into Tubi. My movies will come up. My latest is American Mafia. Check it out. I made it for $20,000. I shot in New York, Miami, Los and Italy. I made a mob drama that's outstanding.
Fuck, I love it.
I used a bunch of Italian actors in Italy that were incredible.
Yes, Michael Lazar, filmmaker from Vegas. What's the show called on Tubi?
American Mafia.
American Mafia. Guys, I invite everybody here in the Mornings Lab community, go check out American Mafia over on Tubi. We have our, can I count you as a brand new, and can I count you as a regular member of the Mornings in the Lab community moving forward, Michael Lazar?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I hope
I'm telling you, I got a good feeling about your show.
I appreciate you, brother. Well, listen, I have an invite for you. Look at me in the camera right now, bro. I'm looking at you right now, Michael. I have an invite for you, pal. I want to see you in the Mornings in the Lab community on our YouTube channel. Please subscribe to our channel. I would love to learn more about the content you're making. Hey, Melissa, let's get connected with Michael on LinkedIn. And ideally, we have Michael on the show because what a great story. Michael finds our channel, stumbles on it, listens to it. I invite him to call. He calls. Now he's going to potentially be a guest. And we can, fuck, man, you're a filmmaker. I'm going to go watch your shit, Michael Lazar. American Mafia on Tubi with our guest this morning. I'm sorry?
Thank you, my friend. Good luck to you. I'm going to be watching.
All right, I appreciate you.
I'm going to be watching. Thank you.
I appreciate you. All right, Michael. Michael, Jimmy, let's walk Michael out of here. We're going to walk Michael Lazar out. Fuck, man. What an awesome experience. Okay, back to live. So if you guys are making a podcast, that doesn't happen. True story. So you guys want to build a community? You want to build a business based on real humans? Start a live conversation. Okay, well, thanks, Jimmy. Tomorrow's show. Hey, guys, let's see some love in the comments for Jimmy. Let's see some comments from Melissa. They have fucking rocked it today. Melissa has been in the comments with you guys, keeping this community engaged. Jimmy has been on the board here today, man, getting all the buttons pressed, getting all the segments pressed. You know what the funny thing is? I think Jimmy was a little bit stressed about today's show because Uncle Keith wasn't, he was ready in his head, but wasn't as ready as maybe Jimmy thought he was. So Jimmy's like, I don't know, ready. I'm like, it's okay, 1%. Jimmy was on the ball here today. So Jimmy, I love you, man. Fucking great job today producing the show. Global, everything you see behind the scenes and all this production, that's Jimmy. True story. We're going to make Jimmy the most famous Filipino in the world. Yeah, that's another true story. Producer Jimmy, hanging out and driving all this great stuff here on Mornings in the Lab. So guys, let's throw some love to Melissa. Let's throw some love to Jimmy, because though Melissa and Jimmy, Uncle Keith isn't as as handsome as the handsome chief, Uncle Keith. Yes. All right. Guys, tomorrow. Jeff Glauser joining us for I Fired My Best Friend from My Business. Guys, I have fired a few best friends from my businesses. That is a true story. Yep. Tough. Super fucking tough. We're going to talk about it tomorrow on the show. And we have Jeff Glauser joining us as well. And the 3 hours. You know what the funny thing is? I'll tell you guys something. So I got introduced through Meltzer from Glauser. And Glozer was supposed to be on today's show, but then Meltzer booked on today's show. So I was like, well, Glozer, in the hierarchy of times, Glozer was like, all right, I'll just step back and Meltzer gets his money. And I hope you guys will all join me tomorrow as well, right here at 8 o'clock Eastern time. But before you do that, 7:30 Eastern time with my buddy from another mother, Matty Roof, who gets up, gets after it every single day. Okay, so on behalf of Global, who joined the show today, on behalf of Michael Lazar, who joined the show today, on behalf of David Meltzer, who joined the show today, on behalf of the entire... I feel like somebody else phoned in, Jimmy. Did somebody else phone in? No, Lady Drew phoned in too. So on behalf of all of my Mornings in the Lab compadres, I'll see you guys in the Mornings Lab community on the Mornings Lab channel. Please go check it out. Please go check it out. We are continuing to add value to that platform. So go, just because the show's over doesn't mean we're all gone. No, the community continues, and then we'll be back tomorrow morning on here at 8 o'clock Eastern time. So I'm going to get out of here, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. And I got to go figure this AI shit that, I don't know, these fucking characters that are popping up in my world that are confusing me. These mornings, folks, my mom, I got to call my mom, like, Mom, are you, like, what are you doing, man? Anyways, have a good one, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow right here on the network.